Starting squad stream. Initiating.
Initiating.
That's the
Initiate
official speak.
squad stream.
Beep, 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 beep.
Initialize.
Sending
Bum,
parsec.
bum, bum. Initiate
request.
parsec request. Parsec request acknowledged.
Acknowledged and denied.
Refused. What are you having for drink? Are you having water? Are you having tea?
I hope Alex is going to bring me up a tea.
That's here.
But I have
good to help.
a bottle of water.
Bottle
I have
of
my
water?
water bottle.
Bottle of water. You just put in the B and then the rest is just vowels.
Water
Bottle of water. That's it. That's all you do.
Summation says, I'm boozing. What time of day is it there for you?
I'm
'Cause
sorry.
It's 2 in the afternoon right now.
Jeez.
But I forget that sometimes it's like
There are time zones that
an
exist.
evening.
Yeah.
What's your what do you think is an acceptable time of day to start drinking? Say if you're at a wedding or something, not just sat alone. what is an okay time?
I mean, for me, it's evening, right? And for me, evening is always started at 6 p.m. That's when evening starts. So before that, it's afternoon, and I feel like it's a bit early to start getting crunk in the afternoon.
Isn't there some saying that's like something's past the yard arm or something?
Well,
When
I've
people
heard
say
that it's always
okay.
5 o'clock somewhere. So I think a lot of people. So I think a lot of people consider it as 5. I've always thought it was 6. It's fine.
Yeah. I'm not really a drinker, so I don't know the rules. What
Me
are the
either.
rules?
I'm not a drinker either, but then again, I also don't follow the rules anyway. So even if it was
Yeah.
like,
Bad boy.
yeah, I'm a rebel, and that's it. I'm just too badass for these rules.
What's the earliest time of day that you could have a Pepsi?
I have
I feel
had
like
Pepsis.
Pop in the morning makes me uncomfortable.
Yeah, I have had Pepsis at like, noon, but it's usually not great. That's if I'm recording, like if I'm doing a noon recording, and well, I guess
Yeah.
it'll be 11 for you guys, but yeah, it'll be noon for me. And I've just woken up and I've not had a lot of sleep, and I need like a bit of boost. I've had Pepsi, but I try to avoid it in
Bit of
general.
pep.
I try to wait until the afternoon for Pepsi. Like now! With this glass of Pepis.
Pep, pep, pep. I feel like I have such a fluffy brain this week.
Oh, okay.
I feel like I have had such a long to-do list, and I've not organized it well at all. You know when you just can't. I mean, you strike me as a very organized person,
Huh. Yeah,
whereas
maybe.
I'm more. I have to have things written down in
Okay.
order to remember them, because otherwise they will just fall out of my head. So it's been a week of.
So you've just like forgotten how to mute, or
No, it's just
sorry.
stuff like
what have you
trying to reply to emails, and all of a sudden I'll be like,
Oh.
I got an email today, so I'll reply to it, and I'll look, and it will have been sent like 5 days ago, and I'm like, oops, okay. And
Yeah.
if I don't reply to things straight away, that's it. That's very doomed. I need to force myself to learn to just deal with things straight away, or have a system where I mark things as done, sort of thing. Lovely. But then I
Yeah.
get a week off soon because of my teeth, so I don't have to do anything in that week.
Just
I
do
can just
Final
dribble
Fantasy and
and
watch wrestling.
stare.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like a week to me, honestly. Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't know. I try to stay on top of emails, but there's always some that slip through because they
Yeah.
just do, and I think that's just realistic at this point.
And a lot of them that I get through are just things that I don't know how to reply to, so then I do the thing of just crawling back into my little snail shell and being like, no, if I ignore it, it's not there.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like a lot of things are like expected that because there's so many things happening, right? Like a lot of them expect you to give them their full attention because hey, it's
Yeah.
my thing. But people have tons of shit going on in general, so
Yeah.
don't bother really, in my opinion. Just do the important stuff, and the rest will have to be whatever. But this is making me want to watch my emails to check if it's something I was supposed to do. Oh, just quick double check.
Quick, have we gotten the thing?
Next Friday, no attorneys on next Friday. Thank you, by the way. Wait, why did I hear you? Haha. Oh, there we go. Tim Plumstein extended the subscription through November. Cheers, Tim.
That got me the other day as well because Tim
Yeah.
extended his when I was doing my bunny stream, and it popped up on the screen, but it didn't show up in the Streamlabs list.
It doesn't do that.
So I was just
for me
there
to
going like,
extend.
I definitely read it,
Yeah.
but I can't find it.
Yeah, it happens. Oh, here's something I found from an email from your husband.
How did he address you?
Hey, Rithian. That's what he said.
Oh, okay, that's okay. There was a bit of controversy because he sent the he had to send them to everyone, and he sent the one to Nina of dear Mistress de Borel. And she was like, "You can't RP when you're also CCing in Lewis." And he was like, "He's not gonna check all the names. It's fine." And then he forgot to put a name down for Trot. And
Oh,
Trot was just like, "It's fine. I don't care."
Oh no.
I'm over it. So yeah, there was a lot of it was tense.
Fantastic. Do I
Which
need
reminds
to...
me, I did that like free company check thing that Kirsty had posted in the Discord showing how high up you guys were.
Yeah.
And my Bun Squad one
Yeah.
that my Discord has,
Yeah.
that free company is higher up than my main one. And I was just like, you guys, you're doing very well.
It's it's literally because of people, how many people are there and how many active people are there. If you're just a group of friends, like, you know, like most, then you're not gonna get a lot high up there. Like, again,
I feel like Alice plays enough for about 10 people, so I've never not known her be in the game. She refused to tell us how many, because we did, you know, when you can
the
check
slash
how
playtime,
many.
yeah.
Yeah. And hers was like, I think it was a
High
month
up
or
there.
something.
Yeah.
Of...
Oh God, really?
Although, having said that, someone told me the other day that my Dota hours equal 104 days.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
If
mine
you
is up there
started
too.
playing
How many do you
Dota
have?
now, it would be 2022 if you matched my time.
Oh, Jesus. How
I
many hours do you have?
It's like 2,511, I think it
Yeah.
was.
I have 1,956. So you got more
Amateur.
than me. Yeah.
You
exactly.
even ward, bro?
I barely ward. That's the thing. Oh, I haven't touched it in so long.
I got lured back in by Daff.
I saw that you were on a Perion stream, playing games.
Yes. Daff asked me to play, and I was like, yeah, I'll play. Sounds good. And then I loaded in, and he was playing with Harry and Perion. And I was just like,
Oh,
I
God.
didn't realize this.
Yeah.
I didn't realize it was like this.
It was official play. Oh no, this is not
Yeah.
intended.
So all of a sudden, I was very just like, oh no, I've not played in 2 years.
guess
Like
I be-
literally,
yeah,
things
I
like
best
the
I
map
better
has
go-
changed sides.
Yeah, I know. You're like, I guess I better go Venomancer and play some wards, you know.
Well, no, because Daff was in low prio, you
Mm.
only get a choice of 3.
He's in low prio.
Yeah, we got him out of low prio, but it was
Okay.
literally like my choices were Techies, Venomancer, or Lifestealer. And I was just like, I'm not carrying, I'm good. And then I didn't even tell them my options, I just locked
just
in
picked
Venom. I was just
Venomancer
like, I got
immediately.
Venom.
Oh, I haven't played Dota in so long. Every now and then I really get the itch. Usually like when it's TI or something.
TI's coming up. Do
I know,
it.
but I mean, how is the time, Briony?
I
You have any
know, in
idea how
between
much Final
the-
Fantasy needs to be played? It's literally hours and hours of the day, and we are just Final Fantasying. That's what we're doing. You saw the GIF,
Apparently,
the tweet you gifted.
Daff said he's never playing on his stream again.
Oh,
He did get shouted at, and I did feel bad
course,
for him.
of course. Pyrian and Harry are shouty. That's what they are.
It was one of those things because I don't usually play games in that
Yeah.
sort of environment. I was just
Yeah.
there like, maybe this is their thing and it's fine. I don't know. Do I need to step in now?
Daff,
he says
bro.
that every week.
Yeah, you. Oh, okay. Well, it's better to. I prefer to be chill, but Dota is a hard game to be chill in, honestly.
Yes. I
It's-
interrupted you saying something about a GIF. What did you say?
Well, it was your gift. I was talking about Final
My
Fantasy.
GIF?
You responded with a gift to my post. I was just riding the high from having had a good time, and I made one of those shout out posts when I added everyone obnoxiously.
Yep.
Yeah, and then you posted like a
Not-
sad eating ice cream picture.
Yep.
You
Yep.
know, I was this close to responding. You made your choice, woman. But I decided to say something
It's
nice
like
instead.
when you go through like a breakup and then your ex posts on their Twitter like having so much fun with Bay, and I was just there like,
I haven't found my new bay yet. Yeah, how dare
I've
he
got
have
Bay and I've
fun.
got B-holes.
Yeah, I've been put in charge now. I never asked for this, so now I have a chance to rename our guild and stuff if I want to.
Oh, nice. What is your current name?
It's just Yogs now. It used to be Gandalf's Gangsters, but it's Yogs now. I don't like Yogs. I mean, take that out of context.
Oh, someone clip that.
Clip. Drama. Because the guild isn't literally just like everyone, like people who are in the Yogscast. It's like our friend group, you know. So I want a different name, but
Yeah.
no one can ever agree on a name. It's dumb.
Meow.
You might notice I renamed the Discord server.
Kate Sits Cool Cats or something?
Yeah.
Or have you changed it from there? I miss Chocobros.
Me too. But there's always some whining.
I still
It's
call
usually,
it
it's usually Ravs or Nilesy that whine about names, honestly. Ugh,
Jeez.
I know.
Hansan has redeemed an AMA
Okay.
asking, should I nap or do taxes? Do taxes and then have a nap.
Yeah,
Then you've earned your nap.
you'll feel better having a nap if you've done taxes.
I would have a very unsatisfying nap if I knew I had my taxes looming over me.
Yes,
That would
that is exactly the point. It might be nicer to just take a nap, and postponing stuff is good because it means I don't have to deal with it. But eventually, you have to deal with it, and once you have dealt with that, it feels much better.
be. Yeah. I'm really wheezy again today. I swear I said the same last week.
How
But my
come you're
lungs
wheezy?
just.
Are you just?
I'm broken.
Are you just
If
dying?
I laugh too much, I'm just straight up dying.
Rip.
If I
Rip.
laugh too much, I get really wheezy. I'm allergic to happiness.
You're allergic to having
And I
fun.
laugh a lot,
Yeah.
so that's a problem.
Yeah.
It's probably the air getting colder. Or it's the fact that I
thought
surrounded myself with hay and fur.
It might be that, yeah.
No.
Oh man, imagine if you get allergic to bunnies. Holy crap, that'd be horrible. You
I
you
just
just take
deal with
pills
it.
and ignore it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I thought when you said the air getting colder, first it sounded to me like you said egg. The egg getting the egg. I
Egg.
thought you were going to say something about
Cold
the eggs.
egg.
The eggs. Eggs. I had eggs, but then they got old, so I threw away the eggs. Now I need new
The
eggs.
old
I was gonna.
eggs.
I tell myself every night before a stream day or whatever. I'm like, all right, let's get up proper time tomorrow. Go get some shopping done, etc. Be home in good time for the stream. And then I stay up late in Final Fantasy and go like, oh, jeez, if I'm gonna get like at least 7 hours to sleep, I better go to bed now. And you know, I go to bed at like 5 a.m. and I wake up and then it's like, whoosh, I don't really have time. And then yeah, bam. I've only been up for like an hour, maybe a little bit more.
I just realised why I can't hear the music. It's because I muted Parsec.
Oh yeah, because of the thing images.
Because of
Because of
Kirsty.
Kirsty.
Blowing
and her
Kirsty.
alerts. Yeah.
Of everyone loving her. Ugh.
Yeah.
Makes me
sick. Hey guys, you know what would be a funny troll if you donated like 100 subs to me, lol, and then you know Briony would have to hear it, lol. Wouldn't that be wacky and funny?
Yeah. Yeah.
Indeed. Oh man.
Harry has redeemed an AYA now, and I can't think of anything.
See, that's putting too much responsibility of creativity in your hands. I would never make that an option for channel points. Because I ran out of creativity ages ago. You know, I used to have like show and tell and stuff. I just ran out of stuff to talk about. And someone would redeem it, and I'm like, just like desperately looking around and going like, so this is my apple. I like apples. You know.
Would you like to see me eat the apple now?
It's a good apple.
500,000 points.
Yeah. I don't really have anything fun with channel points anymore. I used to have like, I have found my Snorlax hat though, so I could get people to get me to put it on. I suppose it is a good hat. Do you have an idea for an AYA?
Yeah. Harry, what should Rithian name his free company on Final Fantasy? Nice. That's good. You have to do it now. It's legally binding.
Well, I'm not sure about that, but I will take the answer into account.
Wow.
It's just hard to like wrangle all of these chickens into agreeing on something, you know.
You just have to step up and be big boss boy.
They just call me. They just call me dictator tyrant as soon as I make any decision.
Good. That's how it should be.
Yeah.
Isn't a tyrant? A tyrant isn't actually a bad thing, I think.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it definitely has a very negative connotation.
It does, but I think the original meaning of it was something different. It just meant like a king who was stepping in or something like that. I was reading about it in Mythos, because occasionally it would say like the tyrant king, and then in brackets it would be like, but it's not a bad thing. He was actually, tyrant just meant king. Yeah.
Okay.
It was just the word for it, and then it just became that they were a tyrant.
Because Boba used to be our tyrant, but then Boba's been super busy. So during like a recording, Silas and I was like, hey, maybe since you're super busy at the moment, you could let someone else just be the one in charge so we can do stuff if need be without having to ask you. It's like, yeah, okay. And then she made me Hot Girl Summer, which is currently our max rank. So I am Hot Girl Summer right now.
Excellent.
Yeah.
But it's autumn now.
Yeah, I guess so. It's officially October, so it's autumn. Hot girl autumn, I guess.
Cozy girl autumn.
Cozy girl
Comes from
autumn.
the Latin tyrannus, meaning illegitimate ruler.
So it's basically like king that wasn't like official king, like de facto king. No, de jure king rather than de facto king.
King of the day.
No, de facto king rather than de jure king.
Okay. Is that like soup de jour?
De jure means like according
the tomato
to...
king today.
De jure means like according to law, like legally and lawfully.
Okay.
Well, de facto means actual, like the actual ruler, etc. This is terms I've learned from playing Crusader Kings. Oh, here we go. What's your favorite king?
Good king, Muggle. Good king.
Okay, that took me by surprise. Yes, he's a pretty good king.
I've had that song in my head all day, and I can't get it out. As soon as I think it's gone, it sneaks back in.
Comes back in. Yeah.
Okay, the answer is I could go with something really typical and say something like the Meatballs or the House Mafia, but it kind of plays on his nationality and I'm comfortable with that. Maybe the bestest people or fun friends.
The Fun Friends.
I think you should combine the first two and call it the Meatball Mafia.
Meatball Mafia. Yeah, I think that sounds funny, but like I bet you they'd be mad at that. The thing is, I need to get the thing is, I suggest something and they go like, no, that sucks, and then you suggest something and they're like, eh, and they can't. They only know
This
how to
is the
tear
thing,
down.
you
They
need to
can't
bring
create.
solutions, not problems.
Exactly.
That's
I tried to change it
dear,
to Gandalf's Gangstas. Or rather, I suggested that Boba would instead of Yogs, because we're not just Yogs anymore. And they got so mad. Like,
Oh,
what is this? What
jeez.
is this dumb? It's like, fine, okay, jeez. They are like children sometimes, I swear to God. I guess we'll stick with this for now until we come up with something that fits. There needs to be some sort of like shared experience or meme that people would like to remember, and then ban.
Yeah. Call it. No, never mind.
Okay.
I was gonna
Sure.
say this really stupid TikTok reference, and I was like, no
Oh,
one else is
no.
gonna find this funny. Have you heard the? You kind of smell like a Barker,
No,
Aaron Yeager.
I have not heard that.
It was like a really stupid TikTok meme that we just became obsessed with in the beeholes.
The
And
beeholes seem weird. You guys seem like
They
a weird.
are.
Yeah.
we have a new. Oh, there's too many weird things now. If anyone ever like just looked at any of the chat logs, it was just, what is a beehole? It's the Bristol Beholders.
Yeah.
That's what it's meant to stand for.
I mean, come on.
It's very loose.
They-
Considering that every time I log in, I have to see the message in chat say, "Pucker up, gamers."
Ah.
This, I've made my
men
bed.
and
I must
women,
lie
by
in
the
it.
way. Grown men and women find it hilarious for beehole.
I didn't have a say in any of this. This was chosen before I even had the game. I was just, what's the word? Assimilated? Is that the word?
Yeah,
Into
into the beehole.
the beeholes.
Yes. It's just, yeah, that's the name. The Bristol Beholders, aka the beeholes. Ha ha ha. Like
The-
butt! Like butthole!
Don't make me laugh or die.
I'm sorry, Briony. I don't want to murder you. I have to be very careful.
Murdered by giggles.
Yeah. Right, we've stalled for like 25 minutes now. Should we play the game?
Jeez. Yes.
I mean, as much as I love our little podcasts of stalling, maybe we should play the game.
Oh.
Alright.
Okay. Okay. Where is the? Here it is.
Adventure of
Here
the
it is.
Unspeakable Story. As you can see everything and hear everything, yes? Good.
I can. Yes.
Good,
Yeah,
alright.
yes.
Alright, I think it's investigation time, so it's... You're doing the driving, and I'm doing the suggesting. 15th April, Baker Street.
Beat your streets.
Baker Street.
Oh,
that's
I
close.
lied.
Oh?
I can't click on anything.
Oh no! Oh, I think
It
I
was a
need
big old
to-
lie.
a big old lie.
Big old lie.
Now you should be able to.
Yes. I might have to quickly
Oh,
go
no.
take my inhaler.
Okay, please
Because I'm
do.
such a nerd.
No,
Wah!
that's fine. Nerds are
you
cool
keep
now.
everyone entertained.
I'll do
for a
my very
little bit.
best. I promise.
Thank you.
Yeah.
BRB.
BRB. Hello everyone, it's just me now. Welcome back to Ace Attorney. 24 minutes into the stream after chatting. It's a good time. The stallcasts? Yeah. I mean, that's what I said originally, like when we were starting to do these games. So like, I hope it doesn't take away from just us talking. 'Cause that's something I still wanted to do. and so far it hasn't. It's just we need to take, we basically have to pause often and talk about stuff because that's what we like to do. It's fun. Have I played D2 Resurrected yet? I played the beta a little bit, and I have the game actually, and I was gonna play it a little bit next week, or I guess next week, just to sort of play it a bit and get back into like see how far nostalgia can carry me. We'll see. There's a bunch of games I meant to play, games I've gotten keys for or whatever, and whenever I get a key for something, I feel like it's only fair that I stream it a little bit. Like, I can't promise every single key I get I will 100% do a stream on or whatever, but I'd like to if I can, because it only feels fair, right? If I get a key, I'll show it off, blah blah blah. Yeah, I would also probably wait. I mean, it's literally the same game, so it's fine. Hi, Briony. Are you Diablo 2 Resurrected?
Oh.
I was saying that because I got a key for it, and I haven't streamed it anything, and I was saying that often when I do get a key, I feel like I kind of want to stream it a little bit because it only seems fair, right? Like,
yeah, I'm like that.
I can't promise literally everything I will stream because sometimes you just don't like it, or you just don't find a place for it in your schedule or whatever. But I try to most of them because it's the least I could do for them giving me something for free, really. It just depends. Sometimes the schedule is packed with, like, I've got to do this and this is happening and then blah, blah, blah. So.
I can breathe now.
Yeah?
Which is good.
Good.
Although I did just check and my inhaler expired a couple months ago, so maybe I should get a new one.
Probably a good idea.
Probably not good to breathe in expired puff.
Is it what is actually in it? Like, is it like supercharged oxygen, or like what is it? What is it you actually inhale?
Salbutamol sulfate.
Oh, I see. Salbutamol sulfate. Yes.
Ooh.
That well-known thing that we know all about. It's a steroid to reduce inflammation? Okay. All right.
Oh, relaxant. There was one time I had to have 2 inhalers.
Oh, really?
So I'm half as nerdy as I used to be.
But you don't wear glasses, though? So that balances it out.
Oh, that's true.
So it's fine.
Air plus. That's what it is. It's all a conspiracy from Big Air.
Big Air, yeah. We've got Supreme Air given for you. Dual-wield inhalers, yeah.
Well, I got a really bad chest infection, and it just... It's like made my lungs go really bad, so I had to have the steroid one 4 times a day, and then the blue one in between it, and just to teach me to breathe again. And my mum actually bought me a thing that is meant to build up your lungs, and I've not used it, so it's my own fault, really.
What is the thing that builds up your lungs? Is it another inhaler?
It's sort of like a thing that you breathe into, I think, and it slowly builds it up. But I don't really know. I think it builds up your, like, how big a breathing you can do. Is it
like you blow into like a balloon thing, and then it trains your lungs?
It's like a little inhaler type thing, and you blow in, but you can set the difficulty for how much you blow into it. Maybe this is a sign that I should be doing it. I should be strengthening my lungs, working them out. Have a training montage.
Yeah.
Grr.
We're gonna need a montage. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think you should take care of yourself, Briony. All right?
You should.
Yeah.
Let me be a cautionary tale to anyone who doesn't know how to breathe properly. Because they laugh too much.
Yeah. Very careful. If you're gonna be near funny people, learn how to breathe.
Yeah. Or if you just find everything funny.
Yes.
Tee hee. Okay.
All right.
Here we go. See? That's why I hate grown-ups. All they do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you.
Are you... I guess he's gone now? So should I be Shums again? Well, it depends, because otherwise I think there's 4 characters, 3 of which are you. But
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel
If
like
you enjoy
kind of,
doing them,
I kind of do, but then whenever it comes time for the deduction and logical thing, it's gonna be a lot of me talking, you know?
that's true. I'll do them for now, and then if
Yeah.
it, because I'm guessing we're gonna get onto somewhere else eventually.
Probably soon, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, really, Miss Lestrade? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What? Oh my, surely you were given that? Yeah, the D let me keep it, after I looked daggers at him for long enough. He went through the pockets and then said, go on then, have it, before telling me to scarper.
Thank you, Anonymous, for gifting this up to Rogue Rouge. I want to be able to do that coin thing. It's hard to do, but like I think it'd just be such a cool trick, just a cool thing to be able to do.
Yeah.
I think you need a big enough coin to be able to do it.
There's
I need
videos of how to do it.
Yeah, I need to
Teach
find
yourself.
like a five crown to do it, because they're the biggest coins we have. You just don't see crowns very often anymore, you know, or like coins in general. Like,
Yeah.
it's almost all like just digital or electric or whatever you want to call it.
That's the
the
thing.
card.
Ever since COVID, like everywhere just started being card only, pretty much, because
Yeah,
didn't want to have to be touchy
exactly.
money.
Exactly.
Always pays off, giving people a look like you ate them.
Like I ate them.
Like I ate them, and I ate the mess he made on the carpet.
Can't help feeling that it's going to get you into serious trouble one day.
What I really wanted was that nice shiny disc, mind. The music box disc.
But Mr. Winterbank said it was practically worthless.
I think I'm going to go and have another bash. Give him a long and hard stare. I think not, Miss Lestrade. We shan't enter Winterbanks again today. Why not? That's not fair.
It can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking a statement from Mr. Winterbank.
But that is mine. I had the ticket for the coat and it was in this coat's pocket. And there should be something else and all. That's what the Rotten Cove said, ain't it?
Yes, he did mention something about another article, didn't he? I got a message saying that Shu Takumi, who's the person who made the game, said about the coin trick. Talking about detailed animations, pay attention to Gina's coin roll. I used to do magic tricks in university and talked about that with her animator, and they recreated that. It doesn't appear often, but even the motions of the fingers are recreated in detail, and I really like it. It is a cool animation when that happens.
Yeah. Nice. It always reminds me of, did you ever see the Charlotte Ritchie episode of Taskmaster where she tried to learn it?
I saw all of Charlotte Ritchie's season. I don't remember her learning a coin trick.
I think it's the very first episode when it's like, do something impressive under the table.
Oh, yeah.
And she tries to learn it. And, like,
and it was
she's
very,
just
very
videos.
difficult. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love Taskmaster. New season started. Have you watched episode 1 yet?
Yes.
Yeah, I've watched.
We watched
episode
episode 1. We've not seen last night's one though.
Yeah, me either. As always, like it begins with me not knowing who half the people are, and initially being like, and that first episode, like, yeah, they're all good. This has been happening every time. I don't think there's been a character I haven't enjoyed at all. There's been some that haven't been as good, but mostly I've always really enjoyed them for the most part.
Yeah.
I was hyped for this one because of Alan Davies and Victoria Coren Mitchell. But the other three seem nice too. I don't know who they are, but they seem nice.
I didn't know who the middle three were.
Yeah.
But the lady who was sat next to Victoria, her stepsister or something, or half sister, is in a band that I remember from like the early thousands, I think.
Well, there you go then. She is the well-known half sister of that band from the thousands.
No, I can't remember. They did a like one song that I was like, oh yeah, I remember listening to this on Kerrang or whatever.
Kerrang. Yeah.
Takes me back.
Yeah. To the olden days.
Yeah. Days of yore. Well then, that's mine too, whatever it is.
Now she's really pushing her luck.
Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day. Yeah, and it's all your fault, Sholmes. So what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? Eh? Eh? Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure, and I might entertain you with the modest violin recital. So he's
are
back.
we recruiting Gina to be part of the crew?
He's back with his violin as
Yeah.
well.
Now that he realized he was playing the wrong violin, or a viola rather. Isn't a viola a flower also? No, ta.
As a violet.
What am I thinking?
Maybe
Viola's maybe a flavor? Maybe? No? Maybe it's just in Swedish.
No.
I don't know. I'm sure someone will inform me soon enough. That's the benefit of chat. They help inform you stuff.
They do. I love how many times I've been able to be like, what was that show? The show with the man and he has the hat and the dog and they're just like, this one. I'm like, yeah, that's the one.
It's a plant. Viola is a plant. I thought so.
Ah, learning. Why would I come round to your place, eh? Have you lost your head or something? Oh.
Okay.
Did she just ran away?
Yeah.
Oh dear, she's gone. Having reviled on me quite unnecessarily, I might add.
I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway.
Maybe. Interesting.
Once she's had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come.
Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guest at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing. I should be glad of your company later too.
Sorry?
I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you.
Oh god, now what?
Oh, how exciting! What is it?
Well, if he told you, it would be a surprise.
You shall have to wait and see, Miss Susato. Until later, then.
Alright.
Okay.
So, we really haven't done much yet. We went to the pawnbrokers and bam! A lot of stuff happened.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure will be followed up on. Look at all the different things in the window of this shop.
Ah, that's Winterbanks, the pawnbrokery where we
really?
just spent quite a while.
Looks much smarter than the pawnbrokers in Japan, doesn't it?
Yes, you're right. I find pawn shops at home rather inapproachable, personally.
It reminds me of tearfully parting with my favorite fountain pen. I felt so miserable. Oh, Rinosuke.
What doesn't kill us makes us stronger, Mr. Naruhodo.
Like losing your favorite fountain pen.
So I guess this
Wow,
is
so
where
they're
we're
literally right next to us?
staying.
So we didn't have to go far to reach that thing, I guess. It's already been 2 months since we started taking lodgings here above Mr. Sholmes' office. Ooh.
Aww.
I still can't quite believe it. I never expected things would turn out like this.
Oh, I know. To actually be sharing accommodation with the world's greatest detective? If I ever find myself before a court of law now, I will have not one regret.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'd be happy to defend you, of course.
Okay, where can we...
I don't actually know. I think we've examined most of this, so I guess we're going home? Oh, to show them... What the hell? Oh, it's like we can go bottom floor and top floor. Or ground floor and second floor. 15th of April, 3:46 p.m. Sholmes' suite.
Have we seen this part of the room before?
Yeah, but I don't remember it
seeing
being so
this.
bright.
Yeah. Ah, Susie and Bruno, come in, come in.
Good afternoon, Iris. I think if it's again going to be 4, I might have to take over Shomes for a bit.
That's true.
Because otherwise it's 3 of you and 1 of me.
Gee. Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already.
We have seen the right side of the room before. It's when we met Iris the first time. Well, technically we met her in the courtroom the first time, but yeah, we've been here before. Busy as always?
I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening.
Already? You're obviously cooking something special, are you?
Oh yes, after all, we have a special guest joining us. Guess who it is? Go on. You'll never guess.
Gina Lestrade? Look at those little eyes of her shining.
Aww. Oh dear, it is awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It's Ginny! Isn't that exciting? Oh, what a surprise. Yes, that's wonderful news.
Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea.
I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from a real professional.
Maybe that's not wise to learn pickpocketing tips. To be honest, knowledge is never bad, I guess. So.
She has like a Sherlock Holmes bunny on her back.
Oh my god, that is nice.
And a little iris bunny as well.
Oh my god, did she make those? Oh, that's fantastic. Oh yes, that does sound like fun.
I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you, Mr. Naruhodo?
By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Shomes up to? Oh,
Really?
he gets sad as soon as he gets inside the house.
He's not got anything on his
No,
desk.
he's just sitting there looking.
Oh, he's been like that ever since he got back. Oh, ever since he got back.
Hello, Mr. Shomes.
Oh, you can be depressed, Shomes.
I beg that you won't speak to me. Sorry? I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here. I don't know how to respond to that.
I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything.
We just came home! Like, we literally, it was a minute ago! Jeez. The Shomes is a hare, and the Iris is a bear, and if I believe the names are Harley and Bearis. Really? Is that actually a thing? 'Cause that's great if that's true. Yes,
Aww.
I see.
Really? He behaves just like a child sometimes, Hurley does. Mr. Shomes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they?
Yeah, except that I was just about to say, Iris is the parent there. Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are. Maybe John Wilson, the doctor.
What's the matter, Bruno? You have ever such a funny look on your face.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
I know what it is. Why did Gow live here with Mr. Shomes, you're wondering, am I right?
How? How did you...
Oh, Bruno, I can read you like a book.
This girl is dangerous.
Don't worry, you can ask me anything. I won't mind.
We have redeemed our channel points, and we can now ask her anything. All right.
Ginny.
So, by Ginny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the McGilded case 2 months ago, right?
Yes, who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Although, after that trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together. And now we're the best of friends.
Aw.
Oh, hee hee. What a lovely tale. Yes, now if I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can.
Oh.
Oh.
Maybe not so lovely a tale anymore.
chase her down. I chase after her down the back alleys.
Interesting idea of friendship.
And then I let her have the latest color of smoke grenade I've developed. Oh. There are so many beautiful colors in the world. Ginny wants me to make the whole rainbow.
I suppose this means you've let Mr. Strut keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you?
Yes, that's right. I've got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now.
Poor Hurley.
Oh, I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been too long since she came last came over. I'm so excited.
So excited you can't read. I just hope she actually does come. See, I swapped the words around as well. But it makes sense anyway.
Mixing it up.
Yeah.
Ad-libbing.
That's what we're just, when we're as experienced voice actors as you and I are, you can take liberties with the script a little bit. It's not a problem.
That's true. We know the characters better now.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, haven't you?
Well, it has crossed my mind. That and where are your real parents? Oh no, sad Iris!
Aww. My mummy and daddy aren't with me anymore. Mummy passed when I was born. And at around the same time, my father...
No! She's got
He had to
crying
go.
eyes.
Oh no. He had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on.
Oh. Wait a minute. Here we go, John Wilson. Did you say he and Hurley?
Yes. Daddy and Hurley were always solving mystery cases together.
I knew it wasn't just a random name. You didn't mention that before.
He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what the metal chest over there. That's what's in the metal chest over there.
Really? He recorded them all? So then maybe she just took inspiration from the diaries and then started writing the articles for Rand's magazine. Like
Maybe, yeah.
Like there was actually once a thing, and then after he passed away, which was recently, like 2 months ago, ish.
Yeah.
Or something. Well, but no, but the Sherlock Holmes books must have been written for a while, because Susano seemed like...
Susato's she's been reading them for a while.
Yeah. Okay.
So, you mean it's true? Mr. Sholmes really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases. Oh yes, I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it?
So Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father?
Exactly. Hurley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest. But that only made me want to look even more, so I opened it up. And found your father's memoirs. Yes. So I asked Hurley, who wrote these? He nearly fell off his chair. But then he told me. That's when I found out the author of all those accounts was my father.
So Iris' father was Mr. Sholmes' partner. Good music. I wonder if this is like Iris music or memory music or something. No, it's not Iris music. That's music. That's the Iris music. Yeah. Yeah.
I practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. Still are tiny.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're still tiny now, lady.
So, it came as quite a shock. When Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy. I mean...
It must have done.
I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you, and at such a young age. Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from me.
Well, she is pretty smart. She would have figured it out, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I lived with Hurley all these years. You might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. These are some things I can just... Oh, there are some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouths sometimes.
Right. Maybe she has like the Magatama from Phoenix Wright and gets Cyclox when people are lying. Probably not.
Oh. Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's what inspired me to write the adventures of Herlock Sholmes, actually. I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all of those thrilling stories. Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he solved a case, it all but vanishes from his mind.
This checks out. He seemed like he's forgotten a lot of stuff.
Oh, I see. The other day, it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he'd just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone.
You can say that again.
You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. Daddy is Dr.
Okay,
John H.
now
Wilson.
it has to be confirmed. Hopefully Susato and, yeah, come on, Dr. Medicine. Now,
no.
hopefully Ryunosuke and, Susato remember the name. Come on.
I learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study and study so I could earn a doctorate as well.
Iris's father, who went to some distant land, and is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson? Nah, it's just a coincidence.
Oh.
The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case. The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson.
Do you imagine saying, I met your dad, I was accused of his murder?
Yeah, exactly. That's right. Visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University. Mount Run tonight. Thank you, Waka. I am ready for it. Hopefully it'll be chill and fun. We'll get something. Thank you for subscribing. And I'll see you tonight. And the man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life just before he left Japan. Miss Sato,
Yes.
perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time.
I think that would be for the best.
I don't know, though.
I think, yeah. Oh.
Ah, my dear fellows, how good to see you.
Eek! Mr. Sholmes.
Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before?
Ooh. Thank you.
Did you get some tea?
I got some tea.
Yeah. Ha. Well, no matter now. So, how the devil are you? Alright, he's in a better mood. We've been with you for most of the day. Goodness, really?
Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed?
My violin? Whatever are you talking about, dear madam?
Oh,
Never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows.
Are you steal the music disc? Oh,
Yeah.
oh, another music box disc.
No, not another disc, Mr. Sato. This is the one Gregson demanded we hand over as evidence, Mr. McGiller's disc. And you didn't hand it over as evidence?
Oh my.
Then what's it doing here? You know, at times, Mr. Naruhodo, I think that though I have an undeniable term for detection.
Wait,
Wait.
Harry just said she's trying out the toast and jam bags. What are jam bags? What's the toast and jam bag?
I've never heard of that before.
Neither have I. Oh, tea bags. Oh, flavored tea bags.
Oh, a flavored tea
Okay.
that is toast and jam.
Toast and jam. I was just like, what's a jam bag?
Imagine just like a bag that just has toast and jam in it.
Okay, that.
Is that the flavor of the tea?
Yeah, because you get like biscuit tea, don't you?
Yeah,
That's
that's
meant
true, I
to be.
guess.
I think Yorkshire tea do like a biscuit tea.
Probably. I may well be even more adept at larceny.
Oh no. Oh, and yes, Susato does always wear her kimono, but we could put her in a
Yes.
different outfit.
That's
I think,
true.
But
Well, in Ace Attorney 2, which we also have, that's part of this, there is different outfits for both Ryunosuke, Susato, and Sherlock Holmes. Sherlock Holmes.
Mark Hughes.
Mark Humes, the Enchantress. Yeah.
Oh, would be wonderfully exciting. I'd be your pickpocketing assistant. And Bruno could be our go-to lawyer if we ever got
I
caught.
don't know how to defend you guys if you. Right.
Especially when you're admitting to actually doing it. It's not a misunderstanding.
Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting, she could write all our menacing crime notifications.
Yes, I'd be delighted.
She's just all in on this. I'm just going to
Gets on
pretend this
board.
conversation never happened, I think.
Okay.
All right, Sherlock. Herlock.
Does Rythian drink tea? Rythian, do you drink tea?
I do drink tea. Yeah. I prefer honey.
I
in
find
my
that
tea,
if I
actually.
have like pop and tea on the same day, then I be too bad.
To be a. Well,
So I try not to do it on the same day.
okay. Well, to be honest, I need to drink more tea. I need to get into the habit of having tea later at night rather than chugging more Pepsi so that I stay up too late. I'd rather have tea and get a little bit warm and fuzzy and sleepy rather than like let's have some ice cold Pepsi full of fizz,
Yeah, that's true.
Because I really do like tea and I have some good flavors in my cupboard. But yeah, some fruit teas. There's some lemon tea and there was strawberry tea, and then I've got Prince of Wales, Lady Grey, Earl Grey, Russian Earl Grey. I've also got the classic Lipton Yellow Label. And
So the first time
that's
when
it.
I had my first ever job on a film, I was a runner, and someone asked me to make them a fruit tea, and I had never made fruit tea before, and I put milk in it.
well,
I very quickly learned that you're not meant to.
I do. I put,
Wait, you do?
yeah.
So all of these years, this is like 10 years ago, and I've been
wow.
feeling so silly for making this mistake. And then it turns out that some people do have
Well,
milk in their tea.
were they angry when you came with milk tea, or what?
They weren't angry. They
They
were
were just like, I would prefer without milk.
You idiot! They threw it in my
What?
face.
Okay.
No, they didn't really.
It wasn't
they were
that bad. They just slapped me,
They
threw it in
w-
my face, and fired me. But beyond that, it was fine.
Yeah. After the beatings, I
my
learned to never do it again. No, they were a bit like, oh, you don't put milk in fruit tea. Can you make it
Oh.
again?
Oh, okay.
So I made it again.
Okay. Yeah, no, I
the same
put milk
person.
and honey in all my tea, or milk and sugar, depending on, or milk and artificial sweetener, whatever. But my favorite is honey, I think. A little bit of honey
The
in the tea.
the same person told me off because once they saw me carrying just one cup of tea, and they were like, "Did you ask everyone else if they wanted tea? You
Wow,
should
that
never have
person
to."
seems like an asshole, whoever that person
They were,
is.
yeah, they were like, "I should never see you carrying just one drink.
What the
There'll always be someone else." And then literally 2 days later, I'd made drinks for everyone, and then they had said no. And then they were like, "Actually, I've changed my mind. Can I just go and would you mind making me a tea?" And I was just like, "Just you?
Just you,
just
single
you
one
want
tea,
want
one
to
tea,
drink? I
one
don't
tea.
think I can carry just one drink." I thought that. I didn't
You
say
thought
I'm
of it,
not
didn't
that
say it,
sassy.
yeah. Oh, that's whoever that person was. They sound like a horrible, annoying person.
There's a lot of that on films.
Yeah, I am not surprised. I am not surprised. It feels like an environment that is bred for small power trips like that, and there seems to be like a large set of hierarchy as well. Like it's the director and the stars, and then different levels of behind the scenes people, and so on and so on. I don't know.
I had one job where I was the camera trainee for both A and B camera,
Yeah.
so we had two different camera teams, and the focus pillar of A team would insist that I asked them their lunch orders first, to the point where he would literally take my notebook off of me and check through the pages to make sure I hadn't written down the lunch order from B.
Oh,
So
that is
literally
so
every day
petty.
I would go and ask B team first, and then just put it on a piece of paper in my pocket, and then be like, A team, and he'd be like, okay, very good, checking.
That is so petty. Oh my god.
I know, there was so many people I had to deal with like that, and I was just like, oh.
Man. Overall,
It's
like, what was your
ridiculous.
experience with like the film industry? Like, did you enjoy it? Like, what's the word?
I
what you
did
wanted
really
to do?
enjoy it.
Yeah?
It had its bad points.
Yeah,
like,
I
you're
imagine
not-
most jobs have, but you know.
Yeah, but I liked,
Yeah.
like, I was. So this is gonna sound like bragging, and I'm not a braggy person, but I was very good at
Can't
the job,
confirm,
and there is
she's
a
not.
joy in doing something that you know you're good at. I think is a
Absolutely,
very. So I would always have like everything prepared. I'd have all the camera equipment set up. I could do changeovers really quickly and everything, and I did like doing that.
You can tell, but I'm nodding and smiling.
He's shaking his head and mouthing, "She's useless."
No, not at all.
But I preferred when I got into stuff later where I was operating, because it is nice having input as well.
Exactly.
I prefer
See,
being
that's-
creative and
But I
having
mean,
input.
wasn't that sort of the goal from the beginning, right? Like, you start with assisted stuff, but the goal is to eventually become like director of photography or something, right? Or no?
Yeah, well, I wanted to be a camera operator. I
Okay.
didn't have much interest in DOP, because then you're like, the DOP is like the head of both camera and lighting.
Yeah.
I never had much interest in lighting. I
Okay.
just want to see what the camera's doing.
Okay. But did you want to be like somewhat creative? Like you wanted to be part of the creative process a bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
So that's why
yeah.
it's nice doing, like, even if it was just brand deals and stuff, because occasionally there's like a few things like with yogs and stuff that I
Yeah.
can look back at and I can be like, that shot was my idea. Like,
Yeah.
that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't have been there on that day.
Yeah.
And
Do you have any particular
suggested
brand
doing
deal
this from
that like you remember fondly that people should check out for some of the Briony work?
I
This
think
has
my
become a
favorite thing I
Briony
did
interview
was,
now,
like...
but I like it. I like it.
My
Yeah.
favorite thing I did was filming YogCon. I think filming
Yeah?
Hat Films, doing the what's it, Mr. Sam and the Dead Nuts.
Okay. Yeah.
Anything, if you ever watch that being filmed, anything that's from the left-hand side looking right on the stage, that's all my stuff.
That's Briony.
And I got a special shout out on the Reddit
Oh yeah?
of people saying, yeah, because basically there was like a big hold up. So they were like, just in, because we had earpieces, and they were like, I don't know how, but just keep the crowd entertained somehow for like 20 minutes.
Oh wow.
So I was
okay.
just doing a thing where I was like panning the camera around, and then I'd randomly zoom in on someone, and because they had the big screens, if someone like zoomed in on
started
them, they'd sort of
waving
look
stuff,
up and
yeah.
do like a pose and stuff.
Yeah.
And someone did a post on the Reddit just being like, shout out to this camera operator, they kept us entertained. And I was just like, it me.
me. That's nice. That's nice. Yeah.
It's good fun.
So,
Yeah.
was it basically COVID that made you stop doing any sort of that stuff for the most part?
Yeah, because people stopped doing brand deals like that for a long
Yeah.
time. They ended up just doing things where people were like recording things from home instead, and it's not really been not really picked up in that way yet.
Yeah.
And then, obviously, there's been a couple that Alex has filmed, so
Yeah.
being pushed out.
Classic Alex taking your job.
Alex is coming over here.
Did you meet through work? Like, not to get into too personal, but like, did you meet through like camera stuff and film stuff?
No, I started getting. Alex got me my first job on,
Oh,
on
okay.
the film set, so I
Alright.
did it because of
so
him.
it
'Cause I
was
left
through
uni
Alex,
with no
okay.
idea what I
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
to do, and he
Yeah,
was
I've been
working
there,
on the
done
film
that.
and said like, "Come and do this." So I was like, "Okay."
Okay, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm good at it, you know, and then bam.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it was nice.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And of course, then, like, now, not so much that going on, you became top tier mega streamer, like, basically the next PewDiePie.
Yeah,
But
I now own
when
Twitch.
Bezos get out. Anyway, so when, say in a year, no more COVID, and filming picks up, etc. Do you think you'll still wanna get back into that stuff and do it, or do you think streaming?
Yeah, I'd
is
still
the
like
future?
to freelance it.
Yeah.
I would like
That's
to be able to go back to that. Not full time.
Mm.
I don't think I could go back to like assisting on films because it is very much a dedication that you have to have. Like a lot of the people who do that just don't see their partners or their family,
Yeah,
and they accept it because if you say no to a job, you might be off that person's list. So they just keep
Yeah.
on saying yes. And it's you very much have to choose that, and I just wasn't that dedicated. I enjoyed
You enjoyed it,
getting
but you
to
didn't want to
spend time with Alex.
Yeah, you didn't want to sacrifice your life for it, you know.
Yeah. There was 1 month, I think I might have told you this before, there was 1 month where I calculated that I had spent 13 hours that month at home. I
Yeah.
was just like,
Which is
that's not
insanity.
enough time.
That's not even 1 hour every other day. Like, that's insane, honestly.
Yeah.
That's not good. Yeah.
Well,
Well,
I like
I
stepping back
always,
from it a
honestly,
bit.
like, I always thought, because this is the business, like, I've been in for a while now, I find it boring, like, in terms of, like, stories and everything. But, like, since you and Alex are, like, all filming, photography, stuff, I'm interested in that, so I was, like, ask you guys questions about that. You know, I wanted to be a photographer when I was younger, before I really know what I was doing. So I like taking, you know, good photos, but I like zero knowledge, zero training, and I'm in zero habit of even doing it. So, you know, but so I always thought that was cool, and it's less exciting to me. And like, oh, they're streaming, I guess. All right, whatever. But like hearing stories
Yeah.
about like doing film stuff and like, did you guys know that Briony used to work on Downtown Abbey? Downtown Alley? Downtown Alley?
Downtown Abbey. I could have met George Clooney, but I was too lazy.
Too lazy. Was George Clooney
said-
on Downtown Alley?
Yeah, he did like a one-off special,
Okay.
and they said, "Do you want to go to Highclere Castle, which is the on-set the like location,
Mm.
or do you want to do the on-set stuff?" And I couldn't be bothered to get out to the location, so I was like, "I'll do the on-set stuff." And then I looked at the call sheet, and the call sheet for Highclere was George Clooney, and the one I had chosen was like the American guy from Mr. Selfridge, I think it was the show that he did. I can't
No
remember his
idea who
name.
that is.
I don't know what he does now. Mr. Selfridge actor Jeremy Piven.
Oh,
I met him instead.
Jeremy Piven is cool.
Yeah, he was very American.
I mean, yeah. Jeremy Piven is
Intensely so.
he's from Entourage. He's from Entourage. He's Harry Gold in Entourage, and a bunch of
Oh,
other
okay.
stuff. He's also Buddy Aces or Ace or whatever from Ace and the whatever the hell that movie. Anyway, he's been in a lot of stuff, but yeah, it's mostly Entourage. I think he's famous for.
It was like a comic
He
relief
was also
thing.
in Grosse Point Blank with the thing. Oh, it's a comic relief thing. Okay.
Yeah, like a one-off special where they got famous. Like I think what's the chops was there? Who's the lady from Ab Fab?
I don't know Adfab what that is.
You'd probably recognize her name.
Maybe.
Joanna Lumley.
I do recognize that name. Yeah, I can't see
I
her
met
face
her
in front of me, but
Downton
yeah.
Abbey
Okay.
doing a special. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, the stories I
The
could
stories
tell.
she could tell. Yeah. But now she's a streamer like the rest of us, playing video
Yeah.
games on Twitch, giggling on a camera.
Giggling
That's
and
mad.
wheezing.
Yeah, giggling and wheezing. And voice acting characters in the turn of century London. Japanese characters in turn of century London. Right. I don't understand. How did this come to be in your possession? I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard. Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this. It's
Oh.
called Sherlock Holmes's candy.
That's a bar of caramel, Mr. Sholmes?
Briony needs a dustpan and brush for all those names she's dropping. Nice.
Do you know who I've worked with?
Yeah.
Rithian.
Oh shit! I love that guy. Oh, did you ever watch Blackrock? Oh my god, that was my life when I grew up. Etc. He's overrated. Your one and only friend in loneliness, if I'm not mistaken. In times of loneliness. If you will humor me, my dear fellows. Cast your minds back when the good detective confiscated the disc. It's fish and chips. Do you think the big thing is supposed to be a fish or a chip?
I think that is meant to be like a battered cod or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe a battered sausage.
Maybe. Fish and sausage? I mean, sausage and chips?
Yeah.
That maybe... I feel
You do
like
get battered
it...
sausage at chip shops, but
Yeah?
only if you're rude.
Oh, really? You're supposed to have fish and chips, and if you offer for anything else, they frown. Give it to you anyway, but frown, right?
No, I was
No?
telling you a rude joke about their batter your sausage if you're rude to them. It was a stretch.
Very.
Continue.
No, actually, Ryan, if you could explain to me that joke in detail, I don't get it. Please explain.
If you could read the note in front of the class, please.
Yes, please. If you could explain what the bat is in the sausage, please.
He had a battered sausage once. It's very nice. There was a place that did vegan battered sausage.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
I'll let it slide. Go ahead.
I'll be taking that whatever it is off Mr. McGilden's down to the yard. Thank you very much. So hand it over.
Oh yes, of course. If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate.
Wait, did he steal it here?
It's all yours, Inspector. Yeah, I guess he did a
Cheeky
sleight of
switcheroo.
hand, yeah. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand, did I not? Yes, you did, but I still don't understand. Sleight
I
of
want to
hand,
ask
my
a
dear
question,
fellows.
but I feel like it's a silly question. So I'm
Go
scared
for
to.
it. Go for it.
Do you get chippies in Sweden?
I mean,
Like a chip shop?
like a shop that like sells stuff like, I mean, yes, it's mostly like hot dog stands, right? Or like kebab and falafel stands and such. But I mean,
Okay.
they exist. It's just not so very specifically chippies thing. That's more of a cultural thing, I think. That everyone specifically wants. I want chips. But like you go to, you know, those wagon things on the corners of the street or whatever and buy food. But it's more common that you get like a hot dog, maybe a burger, or like
Do you
a
never
kebab
just
or
have
something.
like a chippy
Just-
tea with a butty?
I don't know what the last word you said is.
A butty?
Yeah,
Like a chip butty?
I don't know what that is.
If you have,
Butty.
it's basically a chip sandwich, but for some reason it gets its own name and it's
Okay.
called a butty.
A chip sandwich, so bread and chips.
Yeah, carbs and carbs.
French fries in the middle of bread.
Yeah, it's amazing. Oh my gosh, next time you're over here, I'm gonna make you have a chip butty.
Okay. I mean, I love carbs. Carbs is my jam, so I'm all in for that. Absolutely. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, so the most common there is hot dogs and maybe a burger or some kebab or some falafel, maybe. A butty is a buttered sandwich or roll. Big chunky chips and ketchup and butter. Doesn't crisp sandwiches also exist in England?
I've never had one of those, but I know a lot of people who have them.
Me and Ravs have a thing going when you go to Subway. You open up your sandwich, and you get your Doritos chips inside, and you close it. And you know what we call that? Fat man salad. That's what we call that. That's
Is this something that one of you started doing? And
yeah,
then it
basically.
encouraged the other, or did you? Oh, okay. I was wondering if you found out that you both do it, and you were just like,
No, I think it was Rav's suggestion. I think first, like he said, it was really good, and I was because we were talking Subway, and like taste stuff. And so like what I used to do is I used to do things like, all right, I'll try that, and I tried it, and it's crispy. Like it adds a crispy bite to the
That's
sandwich,
a
you know.
crunchy layer.
Yeah,
I've
and
just
I'm
had
like,
a
all right,
raid
cool.
from Hat Films.
Oh,
Hello.
shit. Hello, Hat
We are
Films.
meant to be playing a game, but we've got distracted by several
Yeah.
things so far. At the
We-
moment, it's chip butties.
Yeah, yeah, and Subway sandwiches with chips. We end up just getting distracted a lot here, and have discussions.
I've still never tried crips.
Crips?
With a sandwich, but I know people who will like go to the shop, and I guess it's like a less fancy version of the Subway thing.
Mm.
They like buy a ready-made sandwich and then peel the top bread off, put crisps in, and put it back.
Mm.
But I've never done it.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe I'll give
it's
it a
nice,
go.
but yeah, like I don't always want it because sometimes I want the softness. Like if I order like a Subway melt, I want it to be like soft and melty and stuff. I don't necessarily want the crisps. It depends a little bit. Sometimes I do, but yeah. Subway's good. I haven't had Subway in such a long time. COVID stopped everything. I've just been home for so long.
Aww.
Man.
I keep wondering if you're going to be able to come over for Jingle
Yeah,
Jam this year.
I would like to, but honestly, probably not. Maybe, but it is unlikely. I think I don't want to risk it, and yeah,
What
better
if
to wait. until-
Alex cries?
I mean, that'll
Will
make
you
me
feel
sad.
bad and come over then?
I will be sad, but I don't know if I'll come over.
What if we both cry?
Okay, then I'll be extra sad. Please don't both cry.
What if I send you pictures of Jerry and Fionn with hairs?
Photoshop
Painted
tears.
on.
Yeah. I'll be sad too then. Yeah. We'll figure out something. Because I do miss you guys. Anyway. It was a precisely...
game.
Yeah, we have a game, yeah. It was precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into a pair of bars, like this.
Oh,
What? Oh! He
pressed
made
it into
a
the
copy of it.
caramel.
That's amazing. That's pretty smart. The disc and all the minuscule protrusions have made an image in the caramel. Indeed, this caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself, you know. A very special caramel. Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution.
How extraordinary.
Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves quite useful indeed. Well, said very, but whatever. Take a house key, for example. A simple press and its unique form is duplicated. Well, you need
That's
both sides.
naughty.
I mean, yeah. But so is the disc thing. I can enter anyone's property at will, and never without high sucrose nourishment. Yes, it sounds illegal. From the image, I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what manner of music would issue from the disc when played. Wait a minute. Did you just happen to have metal ready and tools to be able to cut metal and make it? Or like, what is this disc made from? Like,
I guess he just had to have enough to melt and pour in.
yeah, did he just
Crystal
have
wax.
that at the ready to make metal discs?
Just the smelter. Lying around.
Yeah.
Do tell us then, Mr. Sholmes. What music does the disc play?
Well, unfortunately, I have no idea.
Do you not have a music player?
No idea? None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows?
He did pour molten metal onto caramel, but he very specifically said it didn't melt, so it's fine.
No, I'm afraid not.
You don't know, Runa?
Oh, here we go.
Inside a music box, there's a special metal piece called a comb. That's what produces the sound. Small protuberances.
Hmm.
Protuberances. Buck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes. The first music boxes to be invented used a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it.
Yeah, but then you have a limited amount of tones you can play. But over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs such as these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide, all around the globe.
Why exactly?
Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result.
It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music, even when no performer is present.
He's holding his hat, but he has no hat. But it is the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem. What do you mean? As you may imagine, the construction of one's firm music box does not match that of another. No, one firm's, not one's firm. And we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc was designed to be played. Aha!
Boop.
There's no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It is quite intractable. Ah, I see. So that's why. Naturally, I tested the disc in those few music boxes I have at my disposal. But as you can hear, to no avail. Yeah, that's a bit discordant. The results were equally unsatisfactory in this one. So, I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe. Jesus Christ.
Every single one? That's Hurley for you. Always taking things too far.
But my dear girl, an unsolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution.
True.
But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it? Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case, I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room. We need to put in music boxes.
Ow!
Yeah. What? And that's it. That's the end of that conversation.
We have nothing more to say on the matter.
Yep. You're being kicked out from music boxes. Magnus Begilded. Not a name I expected to hear again so soon. Yes, it's only been 2 months since that grisly case. Flashback.
Oh.
Ah, the stage of Van Ziek's murder.
No,
Well, technically
it
it's
was
called
an
Mr.
accident.
McGilded's murder, but by Van Ziek's. Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion.
The assassination of Mr. McGilded
Gilded by the coward Van Zieks.
Coward Van Zieks.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that I watched that film with Tom and he was just like, but he actually killed him. We were like, yeah. He was like, there wasn't a twist. I was like, no. What the story is.
I thought there was a twist.
So it's just what happens in the title just happens.
Yeah, sorry, Tom. Sometimes that is what happens. Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows. Still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash. Not a shred of evidence remains, just as Lord Seeks wanted it.
Did he get that scar on his face?
Probably one of his victims fought back when he was murdering them. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried.
What was the film? The assassination of Jesse James by the coward Robert Ford. Guess what happens in that film?
Turns out Jesse James gets assassinated by a guy called Robert Ford, who some consider cowardly. That's pretty much the plot synopsis. Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial,
The newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case.
the murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what happened that night. And although Mr. McGillis was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not.
Look at him giggling from beyond the grave.
Yes, an evil giggle. It would appear the case is not yet closed.
Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Ginny will be here before long.
Thank you, Iris.
Oh, well, you must let me help you then. Of course, Susie. There's plenty to do.
I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing partner. Now then, where did I leave it? Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker. Yes, you may be right.
Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windibank said before. He said that he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he?
Did he? Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mystery lies dormant in my storeroom. Or his words, I believe.
So you heard about that, did you? I expect you were just as incensed as I was. Oh, yes. The idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Windibank's storeroom, gathering dust.
My dear madam, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker storeroom is the safest place for it. More secure than a bank's vault.
And what about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure?
Well, there may be the occasional mix-up. I mean, that's for you. Because you walked in there and said, this is the one, and just left. Caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now.
Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley? Oh, that's me. Oh, it sounds so exciting. The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it.
Okay.
What?
Why are they upset?
I don't know. Ah!
What's going on here?
What's happening?
Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room?
Susie, what did you just say? You said the Hound of the Baskervilles. But could you know the full title?
Did she steal it?
Ah, well, that's...
That's because Mrs. Sato is such a great fan of all the stories of Mr. Sholmes, of course.
But Bruno, the Hound of the Baskervilles has never been published.
What?
When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet.
I don't understand.
I think Maddie said she pressed the manuscript on a piece of caramel. She's read the whole thing now.
Yeah.
That's why he said he'd keep it safe. Until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see?
So that's why the manuscript is at Windibanks? So that's why the manuscript is at Windibanks?
And yet, how could Susie here know its title? Well, Hurley, what's going on?
Ah! What is it, Mr. Sholmes? It would appear our guest has arrived.
Mm.
Hello, Jenny. Miss Lestrade.
This was a bad idea. I knew I weren't welcome. I'm going.
No, wait, Miss Lestrade. We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Haven't we, Iris?
Oh,
Yeah.
yes. Just wait there, Jenny. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie. Right, of course. It's a pleasure to see you here, Mr. Strad. Please, make yourself at home.
Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. What say you to some Mendelssohn? I won't take no for an answer. Meddlesome it is then. Yay! Meow.
The whole gang is here.
Yeah. That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mrs. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome. And Gina, as we came to call her, taught us all how to steal things from one another without being noticed. What the fuck? Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night.
When I worked in a music and DVD shop, we had a security guard once who got really bored because it was a quiet day and he just taught us how to steal things from the shop. So now I know how to like deactivate loads of like security devices. And I've never used the knowledge, but I have the knowledge.
So, like those things that like they attach onto things so that like it would make sounds or whatever,
Yeah.
or yeah.
I know
Yeah.
the things. So he'd be like, okay, walk through the door. And it would be like, beep, 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 beep. And then he'd be like, right, do this. Now walk through the door. And it wouldn't go off.
Wow. Handy. That is handy. Totally useful as well, right?
I mean, guess if this Twitch thing doesn't work out.
Yeah. There's always thievery.
Always crime.
Yeah. 15th of April, 9:34 a.m. Naruhodo's legal consultancy. That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it?
Oh, yes. Iris's cooking was truly divine.
She's really good at everything. She's like 10 years old.
Yeah.
I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin even now.
Aww. Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court. Naruhodo-san, could I consult with you about something? I wonder?
What's the matter, Susato-san?
It's about the telegram I received. I forgot about this at the very beginning
at
of
the very
last
beginning,
time.
and she didn't want to tell us.
got a telegram. She was acting weird.
Yeah. Ah. The one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose.
I've been summoned.
What? Summoned? What do you mean?
No. The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice's
Oh,
office.
I thought you were
Lord
summoned back to
Strongheart
Japan.
Yeah, I thought that too. I thought she was abandoning us.
No, but no, apparently
Lord
something else.
Strongheart has asked to see me.
The Lord Chief Justice? When?
Tomorrow morning?
What? Then we have to start preparing at once.
Oh, no, that won't be necessary, Naruhodo-san. I've been summoned alone.
Alone? What on earth for?
I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow.
Jeez, what's all this about? She gonna get kidnapped and then we're gonna get a ransom note from Lord Chief Justice? I am your
No.
friend. If you don't get, Eggert Benedict off as innocent, she'll die. Yeah. Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy.
Knock, knock.
Oh,
Who's
who could
that?
that be, I wonder? Cow.
How?
Cowabunga! I just literally made that joke up right now. It's barely a joke.
Good evening, friends.
Ah, Iris. Hello again.
And Gina, too. Yes, Ginny's going to stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me. Isn't that right, Ginny?
Well, yeah.
How lovely. Let me make a pot of tea. You know, I've learned so much today.
It's good that I made the Sherlock Holmes voice, or there would have been 4 voices for you and 1 for me. Yeah.
What in particular? All those things Ginny showed us. Wasn't it wonderful?
Ah, you mean all those pickpocketing techniques? We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we?
I think I've awakened a natural talent. I could earn a living from it.
Well, earn. You might be getting ahead of yourself a little there.
If you could go on like a course where sort of like an escape room, but instead of an escape room, it was like you could learn how to steal or something like Ocean's 11. What crime would you like to learn? But in a like a legal way, because it'd be just like roleplay. Murder.
I'd like to learn how to legally murder. Yeah, legally murder. No, I mean, so what are the options I have available for you? Everything that happens in the heist movies.
Breaking and entering.
Yeah.
Thievery on the streets.
Mm-hmm.
Or how to or like bluffing. So like bluffing your way in somewhere.
Okay.
Forgery. You could have a course on forgery.
Yeah. This all just sounds super exciting on all of these.
You could learn how to do that thing where you go on the rope and you dangle down a thing. That's always a thing in films.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah, the Mission Impossible hang down thing. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think,
imagine an escape room, but a breaking in room.
A breaking in room, yeah. I mean, that's always been something I've imagined. Like, rather than escape, it's get in, you know? It would roughly be the same type of puzzles, I imagine, but yeah. I guess escape room's easier because it is... You start at a place and then it's going out. I suppose that makes more sense. I would love to learn how to break into places. I think that could be super useful for legal reasons as well. In terms of like maximum profit, pickpocketing is probably pretty good, but it's probably a lot harder now these days. People carry less cash around. You just get a lot of cards and stuff. You could just charge stuff on the card, I suppose, but you know, that's like a step beyond.
What about learning how to do that thing where you break into a car using the wire of a bra? Would you want to learn how to do that?
Yeah, but then you still have to hotwire it.
That's true.
And
that
yeah.
could be the second part of the lesson. It's a pyramid scheme.
the bra wire and hot wire combined. The hot bra.
Yeah.
Wait.
Bra car.
Yeah. So what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour?
Well, you see, I came to return this.
Oh, she pickpocketed that, didn't she? Wait, what? That's mine.
Oh my, however did you... I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it.
Oh yes, I'd forgotten. I was literally a child genius.
Yeah.
So anyway, here, you can have it back. Not that I really understand why you wear it, though.
Ah, thank you.
Alright then, good night.
Yes, good night. Aren't you going to talk about the thing?
So this is your office, is it? What do you think, Ginny?
I think I wouldn't fancy my chances with a lawyer what lives in a place like this.
Yes, me too.
She laughed at me. She laughed. It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about. Yeah, she didn't leave immediately.
I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript.
Yes, I suppose she probably does. Yeah, I was... Is it just about Susato? Like, how did she know?
Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Aren't you going to tell me? I'm so sorry. I need a little more time.
What's going
please.
on? I don't
know.
I'm so confused.
All right, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Oh no, not at all, Iris. Not at all.
I don't know what all this is about, really, but it's a story you made up. Is it, Iris? This mantle script or whatever you call it?
It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diary.
Daddy's?
That's right. I don't suppose I've mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my daddy was Hurley's assistant once, his partner. They solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together.
Now saying daddy and then A makes me think of the gift shop sketch from Mitchell and Webb. You've seen that one, I hope.
No.
Oh my god, you haven't? Alright. Quick interruption while I link this to Briony. You don't have to watch it now, but I'm looking for a gift for my aunt.
You did send me that one.
I probably have. Haven't you watched it before? Did you skip it? Did I send it to you and you didn't watch it? Oh.
No, I watched all of
yeah.
it, but I thought
I guess you
that
just
was
forgot.
in
Relation to when we were talking about the Super Bowl and how they interrupt with adverts all the time.
boop boop boop.
Yeah. Well, it is basically about American TV and how there's always like coming up next, last time. Yeah. All right. We can go back to Ace Attorney.
I can't get in the game.
Oh, I clicked the wrong
Thank
thing.
you.
There we go.
Is that right, mister?
Apparently so. I was as surprised as you are, though.
And Daddy wrote all the details of every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I studied them, and I write my stories based on what actually happened.
So, where's your old man now then?
He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land, and he'll be gone a very long time. So, I've never really met him.
Aww.
Oh, right.
Come to think of it, I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps you should ask her. Or maybe not. Maybe let that
Don't
lie.
go probing.
Yeah. Iris, this Hound of the Baskerville story. I take it it's another tale inspired by your father's accounts?
That's right. I thought it was fascinating. But it's different somehow. From the other cases, I mean.
Oh? How?
I don't really know, but it must be special in some way. Because after I'd written it, and I showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I've ever seen him like that.
It pains me to have to say this after you've toiled over it for so long, Iris. This story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances.
But why not? It's one of my best works.
I'm not at liberty to say. Not now. So please, do not ask me.
right then. I won't.
But I do solemnly swear that I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right. I'm very confused about this. Well, not confused, but there's obviously mystery going on, you know? But we haven't found out what it's about. And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Winterbank, isn't it?
Yes. Hurley said it had to be somewhere very safe. That really gets my goat, that does. He's treating you like a child.
She is a child!
It's mean, that's what it is. Keeping secrets like that.
I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean.
Eh?
If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason.
I think so too. Ugh, you lot are all too trusting for your own goods. But he can't pull the wool over my eyes. Sholmes is lying to Iris, I bet my life on it.
What?
Hurley's lying to me? Oh.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a new thing.
That's that.
Can we examine Gina and ask Gina, maybe?
Oh.
Yeah, there we go. I realized that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina.
I ain't got any, have I? Never have. Never did have. Oh. Look, the East End's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we're born, not even our mums.
Would you call yourself EastEnders?
We all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by. So that's why you're a pickpocket. Nah, diving's my life. I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. That's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I see it. Oh, Gina. I do think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I always thought it'd make everything right. But having listened to what Iris just said, it sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh. I mean, if you know you never had them, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet them. It's true. I do want to see Daddy. So much. Oh, Iris.
It's kind of a problem with your daddy. He's a little bit dead. He's a little bit dead.
He's more of a daddy
It's more
than
of
a daddy now?
than a daddy. Yeah. Gina, what did you mean when you said that you know Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris?
Well, he reckons he popped that manuscript or whatever, right? But come on, that's obviously a load of rubbish. Oh my, why would you think that, Gina? It's simple. If that story was really in old Winterbank's storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. That is true. How does she know?
Yeah, that is what we want to know.
Ah. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. But Hurley would never do something like that. I'm sure of it. Ha! Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Barefaced liars, a lot of them. Yeah.
Yeah, damn grown-ups.
You just ain't realised it yet. Oh, look at her sparkly eyes. I'm telling you, that manuscript ain't at Windybanks. You'd soon see if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't.
That Shimes is a liar like the rest of them.
If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes.
See?
Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean that I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere I don't know. Even though it's wrong of me to doubt him.
Don't be too hard on yourself, Iris. I wonder... I don't know. I feel like Iris would know. We could just... I mean, Susato would know. We could just ask her. Like, why do you... How do you know? How do you know the answer to all of this and you're just standing there quiet?
How does she know? Oh my goodness, look at the time. Come along, Ginny. We should go back downstairs.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright then.
Please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you?
No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina.
You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night, then.
Good night.
Night.
Iris, it sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she speaks just like an adult. But deep down, she's still just a child.
Not deep down, just everywhere.
Yeah,
She's
just
still a
everywhere.
child.
She is just 10 years old, yeah.
Well, I think it's time that I turned in for the night too, Naruhodo-san.
Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris' father. But also, the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yume University. It can't be a mere coincidence. It's a little bit too much coincidence that there would be two medical doctors named Dr. John H. Wilson that had to travel far away.
Yeah.
There's something deeper going on. And I think Iris maybe might know something. Because remember that it was... Susato might know something. Because remember Susato's dad was the one who worked with Dr. John and invited him over.
Oh, yeah. Oh, maybe that's why she doesn't want to say, because she doesn't want to say, my dad worked with your dad. And she'll be like, how's he doing? And she'll be like, ooh.
Not so great. Not so great. Naruhodo?
Naruhodo.
Wait, is this Susato?
I
Mr.
think so.
Naruhodo?
I think so.
Wake up.
That voice. That's Mr. Sholmes.
Oh.
What's going on? It's the middle of the night. It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone. Gina? She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty. Well, she's an independent young woman. She probably decided to go home, no? I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received the distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Mrs. Sato. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now. Over an hour? Oh. If you'll indulge me, look out through the window, my dear fellow. What's this about?
Oh.
Ooh. Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time of night? That's Mr. Winterbank's pawnbrokery. Mr. Winterbank's? Oh no.
Broken in.
Yeah.
It's simple. If that story was really an old Windy Bank storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you could know about it.
She's gotta go check.
Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you.
Could Gina have gone?
Why didn't they use the quote where she said, if you go and look,
If
you'll
you go
see
and
if
look-
it's there?
Yeah, exactly, yeah. It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? Oh, no. No, not really. Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once!
Dylan.
Mrs. Sato. I guess she woke up as well. 16th April, 1:14 a.m. Picture, middle of the night. I have never gone to bed at 1:14 in years. That's not true. Sometimes when I've been super, super tired, I've gone to bed super early, but
There are
mostly.
so many times when I wake up and I have a message from you, or I check the Discord and it's at like 4 in the morning
Yeah,
or whatever, and I'm
yeah.
like, that's still an hour later than for you. On top of that,
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think of something late at night or whatever, or like right before I go to bed, and I message you something. So. There would have been window banks. It's opened.
And the lamp is burning.
It must be Gina, wasn't it? Oh, there's gonna be a murder in there, and Gina's gonna be the one we have to defend. Let us hope it's nothing more sinister. What? Come, this is not the moment to lose. Clearly something's afoot inside. There's no one here. Oh, yes.
Thing on the wall is smashed.
Yeah. There is. Ah! That was Sasato, but also me. Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Sholmes!
What the? Has Sholmes been shot?
No.
Leave me, Miss Naruhodo. But... After them! Go! Right.
where did they go?
Blast! I've lost them.
Hello, hello. What have we here?
Bobby!
Bobby the
Bobby!
Bobby!
The alarm was just raised from this pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about that?
Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot.
Shot?
That's not his name. You don't know. He could be Bobby the Bobby. You don't know.
He could be Robert Bobby the Bobby.
Yeah, it could be Robert Bobbington. Or Bobby for short. And he's a Bobby. Bobby the Bobby.
Bob, Bob, Bob.
With a policeman close behind me, I ran back to Winterbanks. He didn't introduce himself. We knew him from before. We totally knew who he was.
We know Bobby. Oh. Ah!
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Narado,
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry!
No, Mr. Winterbank! And Gina!
It's Gina!
Oh no! A serial killing.
Continue. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh boy, oh boy.
Damn. Yes.
Yes, let's save. The unspeakable
Yes.
story. I guess
I
it's
did
the
not speak it.
Baskervilles that is unspeakable.
I need to run for a wee.
Okay.
Wee.
You know, I'm gonna do the same at the same time, so we can like take an official break. Official break from the
Ooh,
stream. All right.
Nice.
So everyone's ready for break time.
Everyone go have a wee and get a drink and all of that malarkey.
Yes.
Stretch your legs.
Yeah. Everyone
come back.
official get some drinks and stretches. And we'll be back in a couple of
Yay.
minutes. See you
Okay.
soon.
BRB.
No. No. It's wonky and I don't know why. Ramsey, thank you very much for gifting us up to Chef. Thank you. Thank you. All doing. Do, 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 boo, boo, boo. Do I have any emails? Paranoid about emails now. Boo, 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 boo. Have one about a Christmas hamper. Should I order a Christmas hamper? Where is the boy? The bunnies are actually. I don't know if you can see. They're actually both snuggled in the castle together. So you see to the left, that's Jerry's booty. So they're all as a reward for your excellent stewardship. It was. They're being smushy. It's cute. Sometimes, like you know how in olden days, posh people used to have separate bedrooms. And it's just one long bunny. They're like that. Sometimes they be in like the different turrets of the castle, and then one of them will just go over and see the other one. And they have little snuggles, and then eventually they'll run back to their side, thinking I've not caught them, but I have.
Who did you catch?
The bunnies snuggling
Oh.
out of wedlock.
Well, whose fault is that? You haven't married them yet.
It's true, they are living in sin. I need
Yeah.
to have an official ceremony. Well, it's COVID and everything, you know, it's difficult to
Yeah.
arrange.
It's get all the guests and stuff. It's
Yeah.
a problem. But they
They've probably got
can't have
like a
babies
law
anyway,
marriage
right?
now.
They can't have babies, right? So they're fine.
No, that's not for want of Jerry trying. So no one's told him.
He's not. He didn't know. He's just trying anyway.
Mm.
Oh, I love Jerry so much. I mean, I say that it's because mainly he's the one I met. You know, like well, I met Genevieve too back when she was still around. But
Yeah.
Jerry was. He just looks like an old man bunny, and that's part of what I like about him. He seems so like unflappable in his calmness, even though I know he's not necessarily always calm. But you know,
Does make me laugh the way like if something happens, Fionn is like there running around just like ears up, like what's going on? What is this? What is
Yeah.
this? And I look across at Jerry and he's just like, it's not worth waking up for. I'll just stay here. If it's
Fionn's got
something
it
really
sorted,
bad,
yeah.
I'll move.
The missus is checking it out. It's fine, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. I was gonna say, maybe go like an hour more ish, a little bit. I wouldn't mind having a little bit of space before I need to go do my World of Warcraft Mount achievement run today. I can return to the other MMO briefly before it's back to full-time Final Fantasy.
Nerd. Yeah, no, that's fine.
I'm sorry, Miss Two Inhalers. Who's the nerd here?
Yeah, but you wear glasses.
No, it's true. True. Counters it out, I suppose. That's fair.
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. Yeah, we'll go for a while, but then yeah, I have time to go get some shopping and stuff. Would be cool.
Gives me a chance to do some reading because I'm so behind on my book club book, and it's book club on Sunday.
Oh no! Do you need to finish the entire book?
Yes.
Okay,
because
which book
we
is
talked
it?
about. It's called Song of Achilles.
Okay.
And
is it a book on tape? So you can
no,
listen to the songs?
It's a really, really flat book. Flappy pages.
Okay.
It's made me a bit uncomfortable so far.
Oh,
but
really?
I'm enjoying it, but
Okay.
it's basically like this isn't spoilers for anyone who's not read it, but it's set in like obviously ancient Greece because it's Achilles.
Yeah.
And therefore it is quite of the time, whereas by today's standards, very awkward. So there's a lot of like discussion of like, I was looking at his olive-skinned body glistening in the light. It was then that we celebrated our 10th birthday. And I was just like, sorry, what? It's just stuff like that. I'm just like, ooh, I guess maybe things were different then, but now that's like I'm quite a way into the book and they've just turned 15.
Okay.
I'm just like, I don't like this. But yeah, I guess ancient Greece.
See, that's
Am
the
I
thing, right?
right?
Like that as a discussion is an interesting one. Perhaps not the best place for it necessarily, but so this idea, right, that like, oh, it was fine then, but is not fine now. Like, how much do we judge our past based on our current
Yeah.
things? Like, if you go far enough back, you're like, well, this is how it was in Greece. Like, okay, fine. What if you say like, oh yeah, back in the late 90s,
Back in the
when
caveman
everyone was
days.
well, what about back in the late 90s? Everyone was making gay jokes, and was that fine? Well, no, probably not really. So how far back do we say, oh, it's fine because it was of the time, and so on and so on?
That's the thing. I think it's
Yeah,
one of those things. I don't necessarily think like it's fine, it's of the time, but I
yeah,
understand like
yeah.
that was how it was.
That
It's
was
not
how it
like
was.
it doesn't glorify it at all, but it just sort of
Yeah.
is very matter of fact. But reading it from the perspective of, it's almost like in a very small scale way, like back in the day, Werther's Originals adverts were always like grandchildren sitting on their granddad's knee, and at the time that was a very wholesome image, whereas you
Mm.
see it now and people are made uncomfortable by it because they're just like, oh, child with an old man, like, ooh. Whereas
But I don't think
when
that's
those were
fair. If it's
I've
grandchildren,
had people like say that, have that reaction, and they don't show those sorts of things in Werther's Originals adverts anymore because
uh,
people were just so like, I don't know, it makes me sad when I think
yeah. Well, I mean, this is something that makes me very sad. Is like about like single fathers being out with their children, and like people looking at them like they're some sort of weird, creepy kidnapping pervert or something. And it's like, this is literally my child. Like, I'm allowed to be out with this child and hug it and stuff. Like, what the hell, And that's sad. That's really sad, I find, Ugh, I don't know.
Call children it.
Well, them, I guess, is what I meant. Yeah. I don't know. It's weird. Like, I feel like it definitely, we're on a better place in terms of like shining light on like bad stuff and being open about it and everything. But I think it's always the danger of it spinning way too far, where like
Yeah.
you start shutting down anything that might remotely be seen as something bad, even though it isn't.
Yeah.
And I think that's a shame.
We had that the other day where there's a rabbit group I'm in, and there's a person who wanted to, I've spoken about this on my stream before, but they wanted to make t-shirts to say to people that they would happily teach them about rabbit stuff. So it just says, ask me about my rabbit, and it has a silhouette of a rabbit on it. To most people, that's fair dues. The
Yeah.
person clearly has a pet bunny. But they said that they were worried about them because someone came up to them and was saying like, oh, is your t-shirt about like sex toys? And they were like,
What?
is that what people think when they look at it? And it's like, clearly no, it's a silhouette of a rabbit.
Yeah.
Like, that's something that says more about that person
Yeah.
than it does about,
I
about
think
you.
so. Oh wow,
So they were
there
like,
happens
I've
to be
printed 100 of them.
yeah, there happens to be a sex toy called rabbit. Guess what? That was named after the animal. Like that's
Yeah.
that's not. Yeah, unless it becomes the fact that someone says rabbit, then everyone thinks of the sex toy rather than the animal, and that becomes like the known
Everyone's thinking
thing.
of
Then
bunnies.
yeah, exactly. That's not the case. Rabbit is rabbit. You think of a rabbit. You think of cartoon rabbits. You think of real rabbits. That's the thing. You don't immediately go, aha, that sex toy vibrating thing I saw in Sex and the City. That's what they're thinking of. Like what? No, I don't think so.
I hate when you have stuff like that it's just like, it's I was gonna make a joke then, but it was gonna be mean. I was like, it's like Twitch chat, isn't it? But I was like, no, mine are actually quite well behaved.
Yeah, well, a lot of Twitch chats aren't, so I think the joke might be fair.
naughty people.
Yes.
All
Well,
of
no,
them.
it happens
Then
all the
again,
time.
sometimes I see people from my chat in other chats, and oh my gosh,
They
I
act
get them on their
differently,
best
don't they?
behavior.
Yeah.
They do. When you catch one of them out, oh
Yeah,
boy.
you see them. Who? Yeah, like that's not how you're supposed to act. Yeah. No, it's like, but that's always been a thing, and that's something. Honestly, I'm getting. Maybe it's because I'm older, but I get so tired of everyone making sex jokes about everything. It just feels so childish when someone says like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, we'll go in through the back," and it was like, "Go in through the back." And it's like, come on, man, that's the most low-hanging fruit, and it's really not even that funny. Like and it was only one random sentence. Like it's one thing if a lot of
It
things end up
reminds
sounding like it
me.
or whatever. But yeah,
Did you ever see Blackadder?
yes, a
The
little
one
bit of it.
set in the like Elizabethan times where they're like, "Oh, sounds a bit rude, doesn't it?" That's like one of the tagline, not taglines. What is it? Catchphrases of one of the guys. So
This
every
sounds a bit
time they
rude.
say like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna go into the back room," and they're just like, "Oh, sounds a bit rude, doesn't it?" It's
Yeah,
just like that.
yeah, it's like that. It's like if you really stretch your imagination, you can imagine more, basically anything to be some sort of a sexual euphemism if you really wanted to. But it's lazy humor, honestly, is what I think. But yeah.
Yeah. I was saying this to the bee host the other day.
Well, I wasn't gonna say
I
anything,
didn't
but
name them.
yeah. Did you type in
No,
the guild message of the day? Perhaps? No. Yes.
I didn't.
Nope. Yeah. I don't
There
know.
was something
It's
else
not
I
like
saw from it.
it's not like I think people are bad people or whatever for making sex jokes. Like that's always going to be a thing. Sex jokes is common. It's funny, like in general. It's just a lot of people just overdo it, and and it just loses its luster. And I
Yeah.
just start sighing a lot of times, like, fine, like
Sometimes
it's
I think back to the sort of jokes I used to make when I was younger, and I'm just like, oh, yeah.
well, you
I
were younger,
just,
you know.
I looked up. No, I can't even tell you. You'll be too
No,
disappointed.
oh no, is it maybe safest you don't say anything?
I didn't realize there's like when you have the free company, there's like
Mm.
a greeting message or
Yeah.
something. Because I was looking at that page earlier and I was like, oh, what happens if I click on our guild or our free company?
Mm.
And I saw what the greeting was, which I've never seen before. I guess maybe they changed it after I joined, and
Mm.
you would sigh.
Oh, of course I would, yeah. But yeah, it's fine. It's totally fine. I don't think someone who makes like sex jokes and whatever is like a bad person or whatever. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's because I am older now and I just don't immediately find it so funny anymore. I'd like it more when jokes are a bit more clever and a little bit more highbrow, I
Yeah.
guess. Like
Well, it's
you know.
like it's the problem when you play things like um uh is it Jackbox?
Yeah.
Is it the one like
Oh god,
Quiplash or
that's the
whatever?
worst. Oh.
And the answers to it.
Okay.
I try and do things, but it's always the person who just puts something rude that wins,
Yeah.
and then you're just like, do I give in or do I hold firm
I
here?
never give in. And then everyone just laughs their ass off, like, haha, horse penis, lol. And then that's like the running joke for the rest of the game. And you're like, yeah. I don't know. I've kind of, and this sounds sad, but I kind of stopped playing, those type of games with my friends because I just find myself disappointed in my friend's sense of humor. And just go like, really? This is what it takes to get you guys to laugh? Like, what the hell? Pee pee poo poo, ha 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 ha. Not even that is usually more vulgar, but it's like, yeah.
My favorite answer I gave on one of those was it's not even funny, but it's my sort of humor, which is usually things that don't make sense to anyone else.
Yeah.
But it was you had to fill in part of a sentence that was like, it's time to lift the seedy underbelly of the something something
Yeah.
business. So I put belly seed. So
Yeah.
it's the seedy underbelly of the belly
Belly
seed
seed industry.
business. And
Yeah.
I found it hilarious.
And no one else did. So you're just like, that was funny.
It
And
was
everyone's
probably
like,
something that one that was just rude.
yeah, like, haha, penis or something, Yeah. No, I know. Like, and the funny thing, when that happens, I'm like, am I supposed to sit there and think I'm some sort of superior funny man? Like, my sense of humor is more evolved? Like, no, not really. But I do tend to look at other stuff for humor, really, than just that.
Yeah.
It's like, have you seen the TV show Extras?
Yes.
Yeah. When he gets a job on that basically Little Britain TV show. It's not really Little Britain, but it's clearly like a right of
Yeah.
yeah, and all the jokes are like, oh, cheeky, and like, oh, like that sort of humor, right? And it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's clearly it's clearly popular, but he's like, this is not what I wanted to do with my life. Like, this is not how I wanted to do things, And it's something like that I can imagine. Like, I'm sure there are lots of people on those shows who are going to be like, fuck this, I want to do Shakespeare. And then they're like sitting there doing like fart and poop jokes or whatever. But yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but on the other hand, I do have a dislike for people who think they're better than things that have helped them. And I mean this
What do you
specifically
mean?
in regards to what's his chops who played the original Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ben Kenobi.
Alec McGinnis or Alec Guinness. It's
Yeah,
Alec Guinness, yeah.
and he acts like, oh yes, well I just did it, and I've never watched any of it. I don't care for that sort of thing, and I'm
Yeah.
like, that helped you, dude. You
Yeah.
can't deny that was a bit. I don't like it when actors act as if they are like above things that have made people like them. If
Yeah,
that makes
no,
sense.
I get that. I absolutely get that. And yeah, that is fair. He didn't think of that as anything particular. I remember like he wrote a bunch of letters to people talking about it and stuff, and he was like, it's tripe. It's kind of stupid and silly in general. But he did say he really thought the actors he was working with were good, like Harrison, Mark, and Carrie. He thought they were lovely people and very intelligent and good at what they were doing. But honestly, have you also read the Star Wars script though? It's not good. Like the original Star Wars is not good. It's not strange that because honestly, a lot of the criticisms he said were on point. That was entirely on point. However, the main problem was like later on in his life, like he went somewhere, and then some person came up to me and asked for an autograph or something. And he said, I will give it to you if you promise to never watch Star Wars again. Or something like that. It's like, whoa! But towards the end, I think he gradually got convinced a bit. Like, he was already old when it was happening, obviously. But they basically told him, like, he sort of changed his mind on it eventually. Like, he was like, he doesn't consider it, like, his top tier role by any means, but he did see sort of the value in it, and, like, it made a lot of people happy and so on. So, yeah, maybe the script wasn't his best, but he chilled out a little bit on it in the end, which is nice.
Oh, that's good. Okay, I take it back.
Yeah.
Alec, if you're listening.
I think he's dead, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but he could still be watching from the other plane.
Yeah. And yeah, as people in chat have mentioned, Shakespeare was all about the dick and sex jokes. Like, he did non-stop of those. Absolutely. I'm not considering.
Didn't he literally have a character called Bottom?
Probably, yeah. I mean, he had lots of that. So that's nothing new.
Who turned into an ass.
Yeah. And I think, and again, like Monty Fam says, like part of the reason why Alec was against Star Wars was because that's what he got famous from, and he'd done like a ton of other like really big stuff, and then like he's known for that,
true.
which I can get the frustration.
I guess I can understand that.
But
if you've been like, I guess it's sort of like, is this a bad connection to make? Sort of like when you see people who have tried doing streaming in a what's deemed more wholesome way for a while, and then they end up doing other sorts of streams and making more money out of that, and that is also sad.
Yeah, I mean, that's the same.
I'm not saying in any way that Alec Guinness, Star Wars was
you're not saying that Alec Guinness
stream.
You're not saying that Alec Guinness went to OnlyFans, but you're implying it is what you're doing. No, but that's the thing. Like, I remember seeing streamers and stuff, and this is going into a whole different territory, but I'll briefly mention it and move on. like obviously all the sexualization and stuff on Twitter, hot tub streams, ASMR things or whatever. Like not that ASMR is necessarily sexual, but in many cases on Twitch it definitely is, particularly if it's an attractive female doing it or whatever. But so the point is, like, a lot of streamers start out doing different stuff and are kind of against, like, oh, these chicks are just getting their tits out and getting tons of money. What the hell? I'm trying to be entertaining and so on and so on. And then you see them gradually doing more and more of that because they notice it's working. And like you can check like a tweet 2 years between. One of them is like, oh, this sort of stuff shouldn't be a Twitch. And then number 2 is basically them in a bikini, like, well, doing stuff. It's like, well, but then you can also see, like, you see the amount of more money they've gotten, and it's like, well, what are you gonna do, right? Like, there's money. This is a living. You got to make your money somehow. So
it's one of those things that if they genuinely just had a rethink and they thought, okay, no, I am comfortable doing this, fair enough, then I understand that, and that's perfectly within their right to do. But if it is a case of they did it because they thought
they did it for the money,
oh, I'm not getting any attention, this will get me attention, then that does make me sad.
That's sort of how I look at it as well. Like, if someone is just like, hell yeah, I'm open, I'm happy showing off my body, like, I work hard on looking good, I don't mind like showing people some skin and like some good cleavage or whatever for money, if they want to give me for money, that if I can go for it, then yeah, absolutely, you go for it, you do you. Honestly, I'm jealous. I don't have the option myself. That's fine.
You could. Mark has his own.
Yeah, but not in the same way. Like, first of all, he looks way better than me, and he puts like hard work into like cosplays and stuff. It'll be very hard for me to change what I look from right now to become sexy hot chick with big tits. That'll be a lot of work to make that happen. That's all I'm saying.
I know we've just spent a while talking about like sexualization and objectification and all this stuff, but genuinely one of the things I'm most excited for at Halloween is seeing what Mark is going to do with his badonkas.
His badonkas?
I've heard so much about them and I just want to see them in action now. And I don't know what costume he's wearing, and I'm just excited to just see him in all their glory.
In all their glory. I mean, I feel like it's different in that regard, right? Because in very cases, I don't want to speak too much on Mark's behalf, but I feel like he has talked about it a lot himself in public. In many ways, like, he wants to sort of explore his feminine side, and he likes cosplaying as, female characters and things. Like right now on Twitter, he's the Enchantress, where he's dressing up less like the Firekeeper or something from Dark Souls 3 or something similar. And that's just part of what he likes,
he's done
right?
some amazing sets,
Yeah. And I think that's cool. And I think that's a cool thing to do. And in similar ways, to move beyond from like him as a person, like, I think people are allowed to be sexy, and I think that's great. It's in the case of people who default to objectification or self-objectification and fuck it, I'll make sure to wear cleavage, I'll make sure to wear little clothing, I'll make sure to be suggestive and stuff in order to get the numbers up. And that feels like giving up on the parts of you that are different, like your personality and your humor and your gameplay and things, like you as a character.
It's sort of how I feel about like when you see these posts of people being like, I don't like women who wear loads of makeup and they slather it on and blah blah blah. I'm fine with women wearing makeup if they want to, for them, if they're happy to. But I had a friend who once told me that she wouldn't leave the house without wearing makeup because she felt like she'd be too judged if she didn't, and that makes me sad.
That makes me
if
sad
she feels
as well.
like she has to wear it for the world, that's different.
Yeah, well, the problem I also have
wearing it for you,
like,
go ahead.
I've always thought like makeup would be a good idea, and to be honest, I would be open to the fact of having makeup myself to make myself look a little bit better if I could. I don't think there's anything wrong with a guy having makeup in any way.
I hate that they get a separate name for it, though. The fact that it's guy liner. I'm like, no, men have eyes.
Yeah,
it's
we
just
have eyes.
eyeliner.
We don't have guys in our face. It's just eyes. Yeah, we can just call it eyes. It's fine. It's a whole thing. But so there's someone I knew who basically said, like, I don't dare go on camera ever without makeup, because I started going on camera on with makeup on, and whenever I have less of it, people just say like, "Oh, you look tired," or "Oh, is everything all right? Like you look like you've had a
People
bad day.
need
Are
to
you feeling
learn
sick?" and so on.
not to
Like,
comment. It drives me mad.
yeah, and that's a bit of a shame. So that's the sort of thing that will make you feel like you can't be seen without makeup on, and like that's
Yeah.
not good. And I don't even ask. I don't ask if people have makeup on or not. I just like, I feel like that's their thing, and they get to decide what they look like or not. All I will do but on the other, sometimes, right? Like if someone looks good and you want to compliment them, mostly I just don't, because it can be seen as creepy or whatever. But sometimes you want to compliment them, and then I've often been told, like, you shouldn't just say like, "Oh, you're pretty," or like, "Oh, you look nice." You should be more like, "Oh, I like the clothes you've picked," or like, "Oh, your makeup looks good today," or something like that. But
Yes,
it's
there's a streamer called Cat Does Maths who's
okay,
in part of my community,
yeah,
and one time I raided her and someone said, is it okay if I say that I like the color of your hair because she has like a purple streak in her
mm,
hair? And she made the point of, I'm comfortable with that because that's something I've chosen to do. I've
yeah,
picked out this color and I like it. Whereas if someone just said like, you're beautiful or something, that's the
mm,
sort of thing where it's just like, well, I don't have any control over that. That's
mm,
just the face I was born with. So I think that's the level of like you say, if you say, I like your makeup because that's something they've done and they
yeah,
could be proud of, instead of just being like,
nice tits or whatever,
yeah.
like, yeah, yeah. Because again, not much control in general. Yeah, no, it's difficult, the entire thing, honestly. Like, and that's why sometimes I like it when I watch someone and they don't even have a webcam. Like, that just to me is somewhat pure in a way. Like, it's weird because
Yeah.
webcam is a huge part of you connecting with a person, because seeing someone's face when you talk to them is a more connection to them. And I think that, like, not to go into whole about the whole parasocial relationship between streamers and people and so on, it's but like, you do feel more of a connection with someone when you look into their eyes when they're talking to you or whatever, or you see their face and their facial reaction to things happening. So there is absolute value in that for streaming, which is why part of why I'm using webcam these days. But I remember, like, I think Twitch these days and streaming these days is very different to what it was when I first started watching people play games on the internet. I
Yeah.
started watching people play games on the internet was text-based and screenshot-based usually. So it was literally them writing stories about the game and things,
Oh.
and posting screenshots of things. I still do that all the time. That forum all of us are from, not you, I don't think, but like basically everyone else on Discord,
Yeah.
from the Something Awful forums. And that is basically where Let's Plays started, by people just writing posts about playing a game, screenshots and so on. And then eventually it always went to video, and then eventually obviously streaming and live and things and so on. And while it started literally just Let's Play, it was just the game and then a voice commentating over it, which was originally what Let's Plays were about. And then gradually it's become more, all right, well, now I'm going to throw in my face so people can see me, and then I'm going to do it live, and I'm going to talk to chat while I'm doing it, and take a 20-minute interruption in the game and talk about whatever podcast stuff, rather than playing Great Ace Attorney. Uh,
It's like Chef just said, I think you might need to change the stream category.
yeah, maybe it's become a little bit of that. I feel sorry for the people who watch this on VODs, but they can figure it out, I guess. You can scroll ahead. I do the same times I'm watching Nowsy's VODs, and all of a sudden there's a cat, and he's just playing with the cat. I'm like, all right, skip ahead. Not that I don't like cats, but I'm there for watching the Outer Wilds.
What?
I'm there for watching the game.
Unbelievable.
So,
Whereas I watch them and I just skip forward to the cat.
so you skip
And
to
I'm
the
like,
cats.
oh.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah. No, I do like Mao. Mao's a cool cat. But yeah, so so back then, like, for me, I didn't really care anything about the person doing the Let's Plays, right? Like, I cared about that person for how they presented the game and the information they showed us the game. and then seeing it from their
Yeah.
point of view and their description. That was how I watched it. Like, I'm interested in this game, or hey, I like this game. I want to see how another person experienced it, and so on. That's very different these days to most Twitch streamers, where people don't necessarily go in for like, oh, this person is playing X. I really want to watch X. They're there for like, oh shit, Y is playing a game. I'll go watch Y. You know, like people come for the person rather than the game, and so because of that, it becomes more of a person to chat interaction rather than someone going there, which is why webcam becomes a thing, which is why it becomes more of a interaction between people, more so than like, oh hey, we're watching Ace Attorney or whatever. And
I think
that is
the
interesting.
reason I prefer having a webcam is just because I get this is such a stupid reason, but I get very paranoid that my voice comes across. I'm not very good with intonation and trying to explain what I mean. So sometimes when I do the morning streams, I will think for ages after I've said something because I'm like, what if people didn't think I was joking when I said that, or what if they took this the wrong way? So I
Okay.
think having the webcam and thinking they could see my face, they know I was joking.
Okay, yeah.
It stops me lying awake at 2 in the
Oh,
morning thinking
really?
about it.
Yeah. I don't know. I think I don't. Every now and then, I stream with that webcam because I just don't feel like it at the day or whatever. And
I think that's healthy though,
I will
yeah.
say I feel more relaxed when I'm not on camera. I feel more chill.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I don't mind it anymore. I used to hate being a webcam. I used to hate being in front of the camera at all. Like I didn't really like even pictures of me coming out and so on.
Well, I remember when it was a Jingle Jam goal on the professional stream to
Yeah.
have Rythian cam.
Yeah,
Can't do
exactly.
that nowadays.
No,
We
it's
all know
no
what you look
longer
like.
it's no longer special, you know? It's no longer special because it's a thing. I think I started back in 2020 basically like making it a regular thing. Back then I'd be like only for special occasions, you know, for jingle jams or whatever. But yeah. And now I'm used to it to a degree, but still I do still feel more relaxed when I'm not on camera and I don't have to, you know, what do I look like, you know, what are people seeing? But I mean that's a whole separate issue. I have a whole self-image thing I'm dealing with, but that's a separate issue really. But the point I'm making, if I can somehow find my way back to where this started, was that no, I can't find my way back to where I started. It's gone too far at this point.
Do you know, funny enough, in a very strange way,
Yeah.
before I started streaming, I was very, very, very camera shy.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, I did a 12-hour stream, 12-hour charity stream, and I never had webcam before that. But for all of 12 hours, I had webcam, and I just thought, everyone's seen every dumb face I pull in the space of 12 hours now. There's no other dumb face I'm going to pull. And it was being on camera that gave me the confidence to be on camera. I'm not saying in any way I'm a confident person now, but before that I was very like, oh, what if I look to the side and they see my nose from the side and I hide my nose from the side, whereas now I'm just like, whatever, it doesn't
Yeah.
really matter.
Well, that's the case with mostly everything, right? Like once you do it enough, you realize, well, it happened. It was fine. Like it's not a problem. Like really,
I got
like it's
through it.
yeah. And I mean,
Yeah.
that's been the case for me as well. Like you know, things I don't really want to go on camera, but like eventually it's like okay, I will do it, and I did it, and it's like, well, I mean, maybe I didn't necessarily enjoy it, but you know, it was fine. Nothing really bad happened. Like for the most part, like whatever negative comments or whatever, you can mostly avoid or learn to mostly deal with, even though they hurt or whatever. But yeah, you can sort of get
Yeah.
around it.
Poopers. Should
Yeah.
we
Should we play the game?
The game?
We have maybe get like half an hour, 45 minutes of game left before.
Oh, I just hit my hand on the desk.
What? Sorry.
I hit my hand on the desk. I
Oh,
went to go and be
no.
like, "Yay, you're playing the game!" I had my hands on my lap and I smacked it when I brought it up.
No. Oh no.
What a silly.
Oh no, that was a save actually. Okay, here we go. Bang!
Bang! Yeah, ha
it was the Korok. I'll be alright, Mr. Naruto. After them, go! Behind that door, in the storeroom, Hurry!
What? It's just a little flap in it.
Oh no, she has the gun!
Oh, that doesn't look good.
No, that really doesn't look
Okay.
good. But we saw two men escaping.
Yeah.
From that moment, Windybank's pawnbroker became a crime scene.
Oh no.
Everything that followed happened in a whirlwind of activity.
So I guess she could have been trying to save him
Yeah,
and shooting, well, showing them, and then they ran off.
maybe.
I don't know.
The arrival of the police, the preliminary investigation of the scene, and the questioning. Do you remember roughly what the silhouettes looked like? There was like one tall and one shorter character.
Yeah, there was one short who looked as if they had like big curly hair or
Yeah,
something.
or possibly a big
yeah.
hat, maybe. I don't know. It was
Yeah.
just before dawn, before I was allowed back to my lodgings at 221B. th April, 6:21 a.m. Naruhodo's Legal Consultancy. Oh,
We've seen
Iris.
her legs before.
No, I think this is the first time. She's always been like the standard, you know, half shot.
Yeah.
A telegram came, but all it said was, wait at home.
Oh yes, we asked one of the policemen to have it sent. It was simply possible to come back.
When I woke up, I was all alone. Hurley and Ginny were gone. Everyone was gone.
I just want to see if I can call one thing, but I think it's
Yeah?
too silly.
Okay.
But what if what if Herlock was shot, but he was saved because he had caramel in his pocket? I'm just putting it out there that it's a possibility, and if it happens,
I think that is. I'm going to say that's even likely. I think that is likely a possibility, actually.
as soon as I heard like, oh, he's been shot, I was just like, oh,
Caramel.
has he?
Yeah, exactly. Hmm.
What happened, Bruno?
Poor Iris. She's trembling. She's obviously trying very hard not to let herself get too worried. I'll explain everything that I know.
Something awful has happened, hasn't it?
Yes, I'm afraid so.
Oh.
Alright, let's get explaining. I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Iris, but Mr. Windybank is dead.
Wait, what is smoking behind? Is it the teapot or is? Oh, she's got smoke
It's
coming out
is
of
it
her head.
the oven thing?
Oh, maybe.
Or the fireplace thing? We can examine after the dialogue, I think.
Yeah.
He was shot. We discovered it in the early hours of the morning.
Oh, yes. I had a feeling.
You did?
Well, I saw all of those police carriages pulling up outside his shop. So I knew something must have happened there.
When we entered Windybanks in the small hours, we disturbed a gang of two thugs. They ran out onto the street, and I chased after them, but they got away.
So it was one of them who shot old Mr. Windybank, I suppose?
I don't know, but that's not what the police believe at the moment.
Oh, why not?
They've arrested someone else as their prime suspect, you see?
Oh no, I don't want her to be sass.
Yeah, me either. Gina.
Ginny? But why?
Well, the thing is,
No, Ginny wouldn't do something like that.
I know. None of us think she did it.
Then why have they arrested her?
I'm sorry. There was nothing I could do. Let's jump straight to Gina's arrest.
Ooh. Oh, wait.
I don't understand understand why they arrested Ginny. It's not fair. What about the 2 thugs that were at the scene? Why aren't they the prime suspects? After all, they shot Hurley dead, didn't they? Oh.
No. No, I mean, Mrs. Jones isn't dead, Iris.
Ah, this is also horrible.
The thing is, Mr. Winterbank was found on the floor in the storeroom, where he keeps all the deposited articles. And the storeroom door was locked from the inside.
I see.
But he wasn't alone in there. Gina was found next to him on the floor as well.
Oh no!
And according to the detectives who investigated afterwards...
Don't tell me. There was no one else in the room.
Yes, exactly. How did you know?
It's the only explanation.
Yes, the only explanation indeed.
What do you mean by that, Bruno? Well?
What can I say? I'm damned if I agree, damned if I don't.
You
Okay.
must have been shot through the flap.
Yeah. Let's examine the smoky stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a,
Oh,
tea-
it is
it's a
just a
teapot
can.
on top of the oven thing. Let's investigate it.
Oh.
Who knows what the teapot
Ooh.
will say?
It will say, ooh, 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 like teapots did in those days.
It's spring at last, and the weather is warmer now. But I love the smell of the fire and the steam rising from the kettle.
Oh, how about some tea, Bruno?
Oh,
That is a
lovely
really cute
thermos.
flask.
Yeah. Thanks, Harris, but I'm alright for now. The green tea Suzette Sun makes me from time to time, and Iris's unique herbal infusions. This place is paradise for a true tea lover.
Aww. If you're sure, you know I always have plenty whenever you're feeling thirsty.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
I feel bad when you switch between things like that and they go from being really sad to like,
Yeah.
would you like
Hey,
some
I want the
tea?
Yeah. But my friends have died. But the tea's here for you if you want. But then they got shot.
So, where's Hurley then? Is he still there investigating the scene? He really ought to have some breakfast. It's not good for him to miss meals.
I don't want you to worry, Iris, but I have some news about Mr. Sholmes. He was taken to hospital this morning. Is that
What?
a thing, by the way? You say hospital rather than the hospital. I've seen that a lot recently. It went to
I'd
hospital
say
rather it went to the hospital.
either. Yeah. Like you just say, I'd say someone's in hospital.
Okay. I see. I would
Or,
always say
but I
in
would
the.
say, yeah, but I'd say like I'm gonna visit the hospital. You wouldn't say I'm
Mm.
gonna visit a hospital. That would
Okay.
sound weird. I think it just depends
It's on
the...
in? Is it because it's in? Like in hospital?
Maybe.
But wasn't this just taken to hospital? Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say
They
taken to hospital.
they just skip the.
As with rules in English, there are none.
Yes, exactly.
It's one of those things that I can't explain, but I'd know if it sounded wrong, right or
Okay.
wrong, sort of thing. But yeah.
Well, when we entered Winterbanks, a gun was fired and he took a bullet.
Hurley was shot. No, no,
It's all right. His life isn't in danger.
really? Are you sure? Where is he?
Oh,
Which hospital?
Which hospital?
He's at St. Sinners. They're tending to him there.
I must see him at once.
I'm sorry, Iris, but you can't.
Why not? That's not fair. I'm a family member. I should be allowed.
No, I mean, nobody can see him at the moment. He's not allowed any visitors. They're preparing to operate, you see. Oh,
I guess he didn't get
it
hit
wasn't
in
the caramel after
then.
all, yeah.
To operate? Oh, poor Hurley.
Oh no.
It was the 2 thugs who were in Mr. Winterbank's shop. They shot Mr. Sholmes when we disturbed them, you see. Bet you they were hired by Egbert Benedict.
Yes. Or I get the feeling that they're. No, actually, that wouldn't make sense. I was gonna say maybe like McGilded was head of like a mafia sort of thing. Like he employed Gina, but then why would the guy be going after Gina if that was the case? So I guess it must be some rival thingy.
Maybe. Or, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he had some muscle, you know? Because he was like a loan officer, right? And he demanded people's loans back. He might have sent people over there and be like, huh, you owe some money, etc., etc., you know? But yeah. It was pitch black inside the shop at the time. My mind went totally blank, I'm afraid. I just froze. After them! Go! After that, I ran out into the street, but... well, they were long gone. I shouldn't have hesitated. I'm so sorry. It's my fault. I let them get away.
They're probably going to be on the jury in the case.
Yeah, probably.
That's where we'll find them.
Juror 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I think that's a very good thing.
Sorry?
Well, if you'd seen which way they went and chased after them, you might have been shot as well, Bruno. On top of everything else, I couldn't bear that.
Oh, Iris.
Aww.
Oh, she's so sad.
Where's Susie, Bruno?
She's still at the police station.
Oh, why?
I expect she's still being questioned. The police said they wouldn't be finished for a while.
Why aren't you there then?
Well, I didn't get a good look at the criminals anyway, so they weren't questioning me for long. And Mrs. Sutter stayed behind at the scene to tend to Mr. Sholmes, so they didn't get started until later.
Ah, I see.
Besides, one of us had to come back to be with Iris.
Oh,
I'm glad Inspector Gregson agreed to me leaving early.
you should have let me know and I would have come to the station.
But you're 10 years old!
Yeah, Iris! I'm afraid I'll need to go out again now, Iris. There's not much I can do at the moment. But I can at least try to find out how Mr. Sholmes and Gina are getting on.
Two, take me with you, Bruno. I can't stand just sitting around here waiting.
I'm not sure how I feel about taking a 10-year-old child to the scene of a murder. But I don't want to leave her all alone here either. Alright then, Iris. Perhaps you can help me.
I mean, she'd walk in there and solve it within seconds.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yes, I'd love to.
Gina's at the prison. Mr. Sholmes is probably in his hospital bed.
And don't forget, we have to visit the crime scene. We need to conduct a thorough investigation.
Ah, I can see you're ready for action. Thank you, gamers, for the bits, and happy spooky month to you too.
Spoopy.
Spoopy. I imagine Iris would appreciate going to the hospital sooner rather than later. Hey, Iris is tagging along. What's that piece of paper on the ground?
This one?
Yeah. Oh, nothing. It's just something fell
Nothing
down.
for the likes of us to worry about.
Nope.
I'm guessing this is going to be the desk.
We've only been here in London for about 2 months, but my desk is starting to look a little messy already.
Hurley's desk is far worse, you know.
I'm sure if I try hard enough, I can make my desk as messy as Mr. Sholmes's.
Well, his has been empty for a while.
Yeah.
I wonder.
You don't think I can?
Well, it takes a certain genius to reach that level of disorder, you know.
Wow.
The path to true mess is long and arduous, it seems.
Okay. Shall...
Think.
What's this?
Yeah, I guess we
Bright
could take a
blue
look.
thing.
That would be where Susato sits, probably, right?
Oh, this looks like a telegram.
It is, but you mustn't open it. Not under any circumstances.
All right, I won't. Now then, let's see.
She's gonna extra glasses. Or she's gonna read it anyway, yeah. No, what did I just say? You mustn't open it.
Don't worry, I won't. With this special concoction I've developed, I'll be able to see through the envelope without having to open it.
No, that's not allowed either.
Oh, but I'm sure it's something important.
Little geniuses sure can be mischievous.
Okay.
Alright. Right, so
So should we
hospital
go
first,
to-
maybe?
Yeah.
This prison.
Oh.
Hospital.
Here we go.
Sweet. Just here to check if
Oh.
he's alright. Oh, we're inside the room. 16th April, St. Sinners Hospital, Ward 3.
This
Oh,
bit
it's
of a
not
rundown
the-
hospital.
Yeah, not exactly the bestest quality, but...
Hmm.
Hurley? Oh,
He's
not here.
No, that's strange. The nurse definitely said he was in the bed by the window, didn't she?
Oh, I know what's probably happened. Hurley was being a big baby and the bullet wound wasn't that bad after all, so he's been sent home.
I'm not so sure about that. Baby or not. There's no question that it was a fairly serious injury that Mr. Sholmes suffered. He just didn't have enough
No.
caramel to protect himself.
Oh,
Hello, hello. What have we here?
It's Bobby! Bobby the Bobby!
Bobby the Bobby! This ward is off limits. No visiting. So what are you doing in here, eh?
well, I'll have you know, we're Hurley's next of kin.
Eh? Oh, well, begging your pardon then, ma'am. Sir. A little lady and a curious Eastern gentleman. The great mystery solver as a mysterious family, eh?
If that's how you see us, I'm sure.
Where is he, Constable? Where's Hurley?
Constable Bobby
believe-
Bobby. I like it.
I believe he is currently in the operating theatre, ma'am, undergoing an extensive operation.
Extensive?
It has been several
Oh,
hours
Jesus.
since he went in. He's got to have all that caramel removed.
Oh dear, is he going to be alright?
Well, it doesn't appear to be working, you see.
Uh-oh.
The anaesthetic, that
Uh-oh.
is.
Oh,
I have heard a report that the gentleman claims he may have had a little too much to drink last night. Coffee, that is.
Ha.
Anyway, I think it would be fair to assume that he won't be back here for several hours yet.
I see. Thank you, Constable. Perhaps you should leave and come back later.
oh, poor Hurley.
Wonder if he can't have anesthetic because he's built up an immunity to drugs from all his rampant
Oh.
drug use. Like, not in this version, but like in original Sherlock Holmes, maybe. There's a notice board on the wall here, look. Let's see, what does it say? Thought of the day. On seeing any vermin, calmly and discreetly inform matron. How's that a thought of the day?
Oh yes, they have rats and mice in hospitals like this that love to feast on all the medicine.
Jeez, that's not good.
If you don't deal with them, there's nothing left to treat the patients.
Rats and mice? Oh, I see. This is a rather old building, I suppose.
But the doctors and nurses are all very good, I hear.
I certainly hope so, for Mr. Sholmes' sake.
Well, shall we go to...
I guess we could go to the right of the screen, but otherwise we could just
Oh.
move.
Yeah, should we... Prison?
Okay. Find Gina.
Wait, what are the other ones? Oh,
I
back
wonder
to...
if we can
Oh,
go
the
there.
crime scene. Oh, you haven't forgotten to do something. Oh, wait, no, wrong one. Is this going to be that same prison cell?
Yep. Yes, it is. 16th April, local prison, cell 13. Isn't that the same? No, I don't remember his cell number. Hello, Gina. They
Oh,
let us
jeez.
keep
Oh,
their
no.
snook launcher.
Why did they not do that?
How
off
did they
of
not
you?
take it off if he's in prison?
Oh, you still have the grenade launcher Hurley and I made.
I wish you couldn't point at me at all the time, though.
What are you here for?
Ginny,
I have a feeling it's because of us that you've ended up in trouble. So we were thinking that we might be able to help you.
Oh, you can't.
Sorry?
You word. Get lost.
don't be like that, Ginny. I know you didn't do it. You'd never shoot someone. I just know you wouldn't.
Well, I mean, she shot us with smoke grenades a bunch of times.
You think you know me? Pull the other one.
Oh,
You ain't got the first idea about the likes of me. I'm a thief. I pinch people's purses when they're walking down the street. That's how I get by. And if I saw my chance, I'd sneak into a pawn shop any day of the week.
I don't know. I don't think this is true at all.
I think, yeah, it's just a hard front or whatever.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to see what I could lay me hands on. Get it? That's the kind of person I am.
I think she did it to find the manuscript for Iris' sake.
Yeah.
So she doesn't want Iris to feel responsible.
Then I think she was defending Mr. Windy.
Yes, absolutely.
She probably... Do you know what probably happened?
Yeah?
Is she went there to say, where's the manuscript? And then he was like, oh, have I lost it? I'll blow my brains out. And then she wrestled the gun off of him to save him. And then the flap opened and they shot him through there.
What
I
about
reckon
the
that's
thugs,
what it
though? Why did the
was.
thugs came in there?
That's
Would
the
that just
thing.
happen
If
to be
they were
random?
like...
I mean, they were probably worked for Benedict. They came in there and they probably
Yeah,
came
they
there
were
to
sent
take,
in to go and
to
get
take
it.
the disc or whatever, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll find out, I guess, timeline soon, I
Yeah.
suppose.
but Ginny,
I'll be in court tomorrow, they said. Some cove came by and said he'd be a lawyer for me or the like. Said it was my right or something. I told him to get stuffed. I don't need no lawyer. I don't need no one.
She couldn't be staring at me anymore, obviously, if she tried.
why are you being like this, Ginny?
I guess we're about to find out.
What time did you want to go to?
Maybe half an hour more-ish?
Okay.
Something? Is that good?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't understand, Gina. Why did you send the public defender away?
He wanted me to sign some papers. Representation papers or something like that. It's all going to be rigged anyway, the old trial. They'll pin it on me because I'm a kid. That's what grown-ups always do.
Why do you think that?
Because that's how it's always been for me, growing up in the back slums me whole life. If you do what the grown-ups tell you, get your mates dragged off by the coppers, or worse. I've had it happen to me before and all. Been sold out and nearly snaffled on the back of it.
Okay.
Snaffled.
Been snaffled. She's been snaffled.
You can't trust no one, that's the point. As soon as you do, you're gone to grass. Dead.
Gina, listen. If you like, in tomorrow's trial, I could...
Forget it.
Ginny, don't you trust Bruno?
Nah, I don't. Look, I'll ask you nicely now. Just leave me alone. Sling your rook.
Okay. Fair enough.
Bum, bum, bum.
Thank you, Team Triple Jump, for the raid. Welcome, welcome. You join us for a little bit of the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Me and my best pal Briony are solving the case.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome. Hope you had a good stream. We are going to continue reading out all the letters on the screen, just in case you can't read. That's what we're doing.
In order as well.
In order, from start to finish. Will you tell us what happened, Gina? Last night at the pawnbrokers?
There's nothing to tell. I figured it'd pay me, so I broke into the place and started going through the storeroom. But the old bloke walked in on me and you know the rest.
That's bull crap, Gina. Bullcrap.
It is.
Why would you do that?
Ain't it obvious? The place is so full of stuff I could sell for $1 or 2. Diving ain't easy, you know. It's a lot of work, and after time you don't even get nothing.
Is that really why you broke into the place?
No. What?
Are you sure the true reason wasn't something else?
I'll give it a rest. What'd be the point anyway, eh? Nothing I could say would make a blind bit of difference.
Please tell us, Ginny. We believe you, whatever it is.
Believe me, don't be daft. You can't believe nothing. Everyone lies all the time. And you know what? When it comes to liars, I'm the biggest of the lot. I've told some unforgivable lies, I have.
What do you mean by that? What unforgivable lies?
Unforgivable lies. What did you mean before, Gina? When you said unforgivable... Wait, when you said you were the biggest liar of the lot? Why don't you tell us what these unforgivable lies you told are? Maybe we can help.
Sorry. We're out of time. They're going to want to question me now.
Ginny, please.
Oh, yeah. I wanted to give you
Aw.
this. Something to remember me by. Isn't that the kitty cat that was on the desk?
Was it the kitty cat that was on the desk have... No, so... Was there two
There's a
different kitty
picture of-
cats?
There's a picture of a dog
Yeah.
on the desk.
Yeah,
and then
that's
at
true.
one point,
Yeah,
you
that's true.
said,
There was also a
there's
kitty
a cat.
cat.
Can you go on the cat? And then I was like, oh no, it won't let me.
Yes, you're right. You're right. A photographic print of a really adorable cat.
I found it in one of the pockets of this coat. Ain't no point me having it.
I wonder what a little photograph like that was doing in the pocket of an overcoat.
Anyway, don't bother coming again. Bye.
Aw, Jenny.
Bye.
Oh, Ginny.
The white cat photograph has been entered into the court record. Well, not much else to do here, I guess. I guess we can try to present it. Or we could at least investigate it. What's on the behind? I thought so. Date depicted, 1 small hawks. 10 shillings. Look at the back of this print here. There's something written on it. 13th February 9... Oh, that's you, sorry.
30th February, 9 p.m. Article deposited 1 small box. Loan amount paid 10 shillings. Redemption deadline 13th of April, 9 p.m.
It's 3 days ago. So this photographic print is a redemption ticket.
13th of February? That could be significant. It was just 2 days before the murder on the omnibus, wasn't it?
Small box. It doesn't tell us much about it, does it?
Bruno, if Mr. McGilded still had the ticket, then presumably he never redeemed the article. So do you think the box might still be present somewhere in the shop?
Ah, yes. If it's something Mr. McGilda deposited, we need to investigate. Okay.
you see what they say about the Kiton.
Yes.
Kiton.
Kiton! This is an adorable little Kiton. I think it looks like a Wagai. I always thought that cats like to curl up inside under the heated kotatsu blanket when it snowed. Maybe British cats are different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sturdy British cat.
Yeah, ain't afraid of any cold. I guess we're going to the crime scene. To the pawnbrokery. There's Bobby.
Bobby.
16th April, Windybank's pawnbrokery.
Oh,
Bobby's
Bobby and
friend.
Bobby. I'm Bobby!
That's the Bobby brothers.
It's like Ed, and Eddie, but it's Bob, and Bobby.
Yeah. Bob, B-O-B-B, and B-O-B-B-Y. Bob, and Bobby. Bob.
A double
Bob,
B.
Bob. Nice.
This is where it happened then, last night.
That's right. The two thugs I told you about were obviously ransacking the place, looking for valuables.
But apart from the policeman in here, you wouldn't know anything had happened. There's no sign of a disturbance.
What about the broken glass? No, you're right about that, actually.
Mm.
In fact, if anyone, it's the police who seem to be the ones doing the ransacking.
I know what you mean. They're like a gang of organized criminals all dressed in black. Hey, you're dressed in black too, Ryunosuke.
Oi, I heard that.
Gregson? Oh, Inspector. Good morning.
I suppose I ought to thank you for your vigilance last night. We got to the scene before it was disturbed, at least. Shame you let the two rogues get away, minds.
Yes, I'm sorry about that.
I thought you'd assigned extra men to the beat around here, Gregsy. Now look what's happened. Hurley's been injured because there weren't enough police on duty.
Ah! Your ladyship! No one told me you were coming.
I expect you to take full responsibility for what happened to Hurley, and he has the very best. And he has the very best medical care.
Of course, your ladyship. The very best doctors in the capital are attending to him as we speak.
Damn. She demands a lot of respect from Gregson. But we did know that before earlier, like when
Yeah,
she sent the
'cause
message
she was like,
to him.
just
Yeah,
say my name and
yeah,
you'll
yeah.
get it.
Just drop my name, you'll get your stuff. Yeah.
And I don't think it's Bruno's fault that the rogues managed to get away, is it? Chasing criminals is the police's job.
Ah!
Never seen him with his hat off before.
No.
Absolutely, your ladyship. As you say, ma'am, as you say. The gent in black is totally blameless. Everyone's in agreement about that.
Would you believe it? He's like a completely different person with Iris. Talk about a personality change.
Oh, where are my manners? Are you thirsty, your
Oh
ladyship?
wow! Oh my god!
Perhaps
Oh,
you'd like
wow.
some juice. Some nice, refreshing fruit juice.
We've been having this argument on Discord recently, right? You know when you have water and you pour in a little bit of stuff to make it taste something?
Yeah.
What do you call that?
Squash.
Squash. Okay. I think squash is also a good name.
Or, if you're fancy, cordial.
Yes, exactly. But Niles, he says you're a Tory if you call it cordial. If you say
I think
if you
it's
say
just-
cordial, you vote for the right-wing party, apparently.
I think it just tends to be the. I think like it depends on the flavor, but I don't know. Like I'd say orange squash, but then you'd
Yeah.
have like elderflower cordial sort of thing. I think
Okay.
it just depends on.
So it's
what
not
sounds
elderflower
fancier.
squash.
No,
Okay.
but I don't know if that's the rule. That's just how I've always seen it. If it's like.
So it depends on how fancy the flavor is. Anyway, he calls it
Yeah.
diluting juice, which sounds so scientific and boring. Which is Diluting juice. Diluting
No.
juice. Here in Glasgow, we have diluting juice. Okay, fine. I just had some cordial. What are you, a Tory? It's diluting juice. Like, come on,
Oh,
bro.
apparently that's just a Scottish thing.
Yeah, from his point of view, it probably is, yeah. So,
Oh,
because...
is Ribena a squash? Yeah, Ribena would be
yeah,
squash.
Ribena
I'd
is,
say.
right? Like, or a
Yeah,
cordial, or
Scotch,
whatever.
yeah.
So in Sweden, that's called saft, which is literally the direct translation of juice. Like the juice of a fruit is saft. Frucht,
Yeah, I was
saft,
gonna say
you know?
because in German it's like Orangensaft is orange juice.
Yeah. But the thing is, we also use the word juice, like literally Juice, like a loan word. We use the word
Oh.
juice. They try to Swedishify it and turn it to JOS and say, oh yeah, use.
Use.
You know. But yeah, no, we still spell it juice, Juice. But that is specifically for fruit juice, like orange juice or apple juice. Like that is specifically what juice is for. If it's just, you know, some concentrated stuff you put in water, that's called saft in general.
Yeah. G-Leaf says, why can't you all just get along? It can't be that hard for everyone to be cordial.
Yay! Maybe we should squash our squabbles. Hey! And maybe these are some words we should never mind. So let's go back to the game, I guess.
Does it matter which word you juice?
I knew you were sitting on one more. you needed to get one more.
Oh, why? Are you thirsty, Crexy? I have some of my special herbal tea with me, if you'd like some.
Oh, he's got the pinky and
pinky out,
everything.
yeah.
Ah, lovely. Ta very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship.
I don't even recognize him like this. He really is different, yeah.
Here with your jets.
Dreaded Scotsman says fizzy juice, diluting juice, fruit juice, council juice, cow juice. It's all juice in Scotland. Fair enough. Have some lovely cow juice in my tea. So, how's the investigation going, Inspector?
Nothing to it, really. Very simple case, this. There's some very definitive evidence. We're just about to charge that diver we arrested last night, in fact.
Gina, you're going to charge her?
That's right. Should be able to bring her before the judge at the Bailey tomorrow.
Definitive evidence, you say? What is it? Come on, show me.
Your ladyship, as much as I would wish I could oblige you, I'm afraid... Oh.
Ah, I see. You've already captured the pair of thugs who broke in here last night, have you?
What the...
And you're going to put them on the stand as witnesses, are you?
Ow! How could you... How? How could you possibly know that?
I had a feeling, that's all.
Remind me to never try to keep a secret from Iris. So you've arrested the two men who shot Mr. Sholmes, have you?
Well, yes. They were rounded up pretty quickly by the lads on the beat.
And Miss Lestrade is being held at the prison? I mean, we know that. We were just there.
She should be. That's assuming she hasn't lifted the key from the jailer, of course.
He has infinite fish and chips. I'm so jealous. Is it supposed to be a fish? Because sometimes it looks like it's bread.
I think
Or
that
just
one
a-
is meant to be
Yeah.
fresh.
But yeah, maybe. Can you tell us anything about Mr. Sholmes? What's his condition?
Sorry, I was yawning. Sorry, I am not at liberty to divulge that information. Scotland Yard matters are strictly confidential.
Iris? Work your magic.
know he's being operated on at St. Sinners. Why can't I see him? I'm family, you know.
I'm terribly sorry, your ladyship. There's the hospital's policy. No visiting at all.
Oh,
He has a little book in his hat.
Yeah. The bullet must have hit an artery in his midriff. He's lost a fair bit of blood. I guess he didn't hit the caramel.
No, caramel theory gone.
G-Leaf says it's definitely fish. Bread would just be out of place.
I mean, yes, but I was thinking like
There's
either
the
it was
fish
bread or like a very large chip, you know?
oh, it's a fish joint place.
Yeah.
The fish.
No, it is. Of course, it's
Just
fish.
be
Like, of
a
course,
red
it's.
herring.
I mean, of course, it's fish and chips. Like he's supposed to be the very super standard British guy eating fish and chips. It just doesn't look very fishy to me. Is what
No,
I'm
I know what
saying.
you mean.
Yeah.
I want chip shop chips.
Yeah. Just chips.
Oh,
It's
Or
gone
just
now, isn't it?
chips.
Right? The just chips everyone
Yeah.
liked.
the building's still there, but its soul has departed.
Oh no.
Oh no! He didn't seem too bad in the first hour or so. But a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even. Sorry, I'm so used to saying hemorrhagic that I tried to
Oh,
say
really?
hemorrhagic instead of.
Why are you used to saying hemorrhagic?
But it's an icky reason. Are you prepared for it?
I'm prepared.
Because back when I used to work at the vet and I would have to record the dogs' poops that they did on walks,
Yeah.
it would, if they had diarrhea, I would have to specify if it was hemorrhagic diarrhea or just diarrhea.
What's the difference between normal diarrhea and hemorrhagic diarrhea?
If it has blood in it.
Oh, well that makes sense, I guess. Yeah. Well, that's not good.
Is icky.
Well,
yeah.
Yeah, but also dangerous. It's not good to have blood in your poop. So it's better
Do you
than
know the
having
number of
poop in your
times
blood.
that I would tell the vets and they would just be like, "Oh, okay. And I learned that it's actually not that worrying.
Oh, really? Okay.
Like for people, obviously, if anyone has that, please get checked out.
Yeah.
But the dogs, they were just a bit like, oh, okay, well, no, that's good to know. Let me know when it stops. They weren't ever
Okay.
like, oh my gosh. And in
Mm.
my first like couple of weeks when I saw it so much, and I was like, is no one worried about this? And they were just like, no.
No, not
we
really.
knew
No,
that.
it's
That's
fine. Yeah.
But a hemorrhage like that is enough to make even the one and only Sherms pipe down.
Sherm? The one and only Sherm.
Sherms.
Sherman Hiems. Mr. Sherms is a human like the rest of us, you know.
Well, anyway, he's having emergency surgery right now. They've got to stop that bleeding.
But he will be alright, won't he? They'll be able to make him better.
Of course, your ladyship. He'll be right as rain before you know it.
Really? How do you know?
How do I know? Well, because, of course. Ah, yes, because Mr. Sholmes is such a great detective, that's why.
We better pray the doctors have a better grasp of what's needed to make someone well again.
Oh dear. Please don't die, Hurley.
Oh, he won't. Because we've seen he can have a different outfit in chapter 2. So we know he won't.
That's true. I'll report to your ladyship the moment I hear he's out of the operating theatre.
Her ladyship. I couldn't help noticing, Inspector.
What? Out with it, sunshine.
Well, there seems to be a marked difference between the way you talk to me and Iris.
Watch the sauce, Sonny. I'm a copper and we don't go in for favouritism.
Well,
You clearly do. But he's right. You do treat us differently.
It's 'cause of those Adventures of Erlot Sholmes stories, that's why.
oh,
I crop up in them, don't I? Inspector Tobias Gregson.
Oh, well, yes, because you're an acquaintance of Hurley's.
what did you write about the Inspector, Iris?
I don't remember really.
It was one of Sholmes's lines. Gregson is the smartest of the Scotland Yarders, is how we put it.
Oh, did I write that?
And you know what that one line did for me, eh? The very next month, my
Oh,
pay
Jesus!
doubled, I tell you.
Wow! That is amazing. Compare that to the amount of time poor Dick Gumshoe's salary was halved in Phoenix, right? He barely got any
Aw.
salary eventually because he got salary cuts non-stop. Salary cutting
All
noises.
because everyone at the yard reads them. They all read the Herlock Sholmes stories. They've even set up a fan club for me.
Of course, that explains everything. It was around that time that you became such a toady to me.
Can you blame me? All I'd take is one bad word from you and Sholmes could change his tune about me. Gregson? No. The great detective will say, he's getting quite overrated these days. Think what would happen to my
Oh my
salary if that
God.
came out in print, eh?
The responsibility you have now, Iris.
The whole thing gives me the willies. I can't tell you how many nights of sleep I've lost to worrying about it.
Oh no. Now the police is coming to get him too.
Yeah.
But that would never happen, Gregsy.
Every month, when the new Ranst magazine comes out, my hands are trembling as I turn the pages.
Oh, how awful for you. Here, have some of my tea to settle your nerves.
Glug, 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 glug. Ah,
Ah, lovely. Ta very much. That really hit the spot, your ladyship.
teetotal. Ah! Runoske. Puns, man. What the hell?
Oh, yeah. There's something I was supposed to talk to you about, actually, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes? What is it?
I've got an important message for you. I clean forgot about it until now.
An important message? I wonder what it could be. Maybe it's from Chief Justice.
Oh.
Are you going to tell me what this important message is then, Inspector?
Yeah. It's about that lunch...
That lunch lady. It's like-
That young lady who's normally by your side. Your assistant.
Dear Susie, is she all right?
She's at the station, isn't she? Being questioned, I believe.
Nope, not anymore. She had to head off.
Head off? Where? The
I guess
Chief
to meet
Justice. Yeah.
Yeah. To Lord Strongart's office, of course. He summoned her.
Ah. Yes, of course. I'd forgotten about that.
One of the whipstocks took her there in a yard carriage after we finished questioning her. But she asked us to tell you she didn't have the fare for the return journey and to go and meet her there. She's got a nerve, using Scotland Yard as a bloomin' messenger service.
I see. Well, thank you for passing that on, Inspector.
Why did Susie have to go see the Lord Chief Justice?
She didn't tell me. It was probably in that telegram.
Yeah.
But I better head over to Lord Chief Justice's office to fetch her straight away. Okay. Then we know where to go next.
Do you wanna...
Oh, this is actually a good time, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Travel
yeah.
into the next section.
Exactly. Alright.
Bum.
Let's
Bum, bum.
make a save.
Woo!
Save.
Woo!
Save all the saves.
Chips.
And then we will be moving on to the Lord Chief Justice office next
Lord
week.
Chips Justice.
Which is still... No, not next week. Well, yes, next week. But on Thursday instead, right?
Yeah, so we're gonna
Yeah.
be doing Thursday next week, and then possibly we're playing it by ear the week
Yeah.
after.
Because Briony is...
I'm getting my wisdom teeth out.
I was gonna think
And
of
it-
something funny, but I couldn't think of anything. Oh,
Getting
she's going...
dumb.
teeth... Ah, dumb, yeah. Yeah, taking out your wisdom teeth. All 4 in one time.
No, I'm doing it. I'm
Okay.
doing it in 2 sessions.
Okay, that's good. How often?
So which means I might have to miss another one. I don't know how long the
well,
recovery is.
maybe they'll do that on a Monday or something, and you'll have recovered by Friday or something.
Finky's crossed.
Or maybe on a
But-
Saturday and you have max time.
When I went to see the dentist to talk about getting them out and have like a scan of them and stuff, and he was like, "Do you have any other questions?" And I was trying so hard not to be like, "Will I be dumber after you take my wisdom teeth out?" And I was just there like, "Don't say it, don't say it."
So,
How much of my wiseness is
How much
stored
of my
in the teeth?
wiseness? I mean, the fact that you didn't call them wisdom, it was like, that's a step beyond already. My wiseness, yeah.
My wise ignatiousness
How
is
much?
stored in the teeth.
How much wisdom am I losing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Ali257, for resubscribing for 7 months. Rith Hay and Rith Hart for you too. Yeah. So that will be the next week after that. We'll play that a little bit by ear, depending on how Briony feels, because it's happening on the Wednesday, right? And
Yeah,
then depending on
on
how much
Wednesday
it is, you might
morning.
not be in the mood to be big ass talking stream, loads of talking. So we might have that week off. But we're doing it next week, but we're doing it on the Thursday instead of the Friday. So if you want to watch more Ace Attorney with me and Boromir, come watch us next Thursday. Or Thursday, I guess. Not next Thursday,
Reminds
but Thursday.
me,
Yeah?
when we played Trine together,
Yeah?
this is going back a few weeks,
Yeah?
someone clipped, you know when we did the big giggle that went
Yeah.
on for ages?
Yeah?
You called me jabroni.
Yeah. I mean,
Is that your whole defense?
I don't...
In
I
my
don't,
defense, you're a jabroni.
in my defense, I like coming up with weird nicknames for you. And one of them is Brony, which then becomes Jabroni.
Jabroni.
And
That's
also,
very
and I've been changing around Briony to Byrony, and then to Byron and Borony, and now Boromir. Eventually it'll be Boromir. Eventually, like, if it gets annoying, I'll stop. I don't know. Every time I go to type out
You
your
mean
name,
give me a moment for pity's sake?
Yeah, I would. It's just every time I go to type out your name or something, I just want to change it up for some reason. But I'll stop
I
if you
like
think.
it.
Okay, good.
I like it. I just wanted to check because I didn't realize at the time.
Yeah.
And then I watched the clip back for the clips video, and I was like, he called me
Call you
jabroni.
Jabroni. Yeah. But that's I thought because I think you'd get it because you're a wrestling fan. You'd know what a jabroni is. So.
Funnily enough, I know it from Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, yeah? What,
Which
did
is
it-
now linked back to wrestling because Young Bucks, we call them the Charlie Day brothers, and Adam
Oh.
Cole reminds me of Mac.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
there's all of them in there.
Did you know much about Adam Cole before he joined? Sorry, guys, we're gonna have half an hour wrestling talk now. Just get ready. Did you know much about Adam Cole before he came to AEW?
I didn't know who he was.
Yeah. He
I don't think I really heard of him.
back maybe 10 years ago or something like that, maybe a little bit less. He and the Young Bucks and Kevin Owens and a bunch of other people, they wrestled a lot in a wrestling company called Pro Wrestling Guerrilla, PWG, and they were very good and so on. And then eventually, like, Adam Cole joined the WWE, and the Young Bucks were a bunch of different places. They were asked at one point to join WWE, but they said no. And now when Adam Cole came over to AEW, they've like reunited and stuff again, and it's pretty cool. He's fantastic. He's a really, really good wrestler. And the thing
Yeah.
that's excited about him is that arguably, obviously Punk and Danielson joining, huge deals. It actually secretly is a huger deal that Adam Cole joined because he's already extremely popular, and he is like 8 years younger than Danielson and 10 years younger than Punk, and he's in there for the
Yeah.
long haul. He's going to be in AEW for a long time, I think. While Punk and Danielson are getting a little bit older, they can still be around for a while, absolutely, definitely.
Yeah.
But, you know, I don't think they'll be there as long. I think Danielson will be there a couple of years, like wrestle a lighter schedule than he did in WWE. But eventually he'll retire. He'll want to be like a dad and stuff and take care of his kids and everything. So,
Yeah.
but it's cool. It's
Did
cool.
you watch the latest one?
It was a day or two ago, wasn't it? I haven't watched that one yet. It's
Yeah.
supposed to be pretty good.
There's no spoilies,
Yeah.
but there's a match in that is an 8v8.
Oh,
And
okay.
in the front row, there's a guy holding up a sign that says, "What? No 10v10?" I don't know why I found it so funny. It's just
That's
the fact that
pretty
he was just like,
Yeah, I mean that's pretty hilarious to be fair. I'm looking forward
have you
to
ever
the inevitable 8v8. I don't know if this was the match yet or that's already happened, but as the 8v8, Brian Cage, Jungle Boy, Luchasaurus versus Nick, Jack, Kenny, and who would be the fourth in that one? Oh, Cole, of course. Cole. Is that the 8v8 or is it a different match?
No, it's a different one.
Yeah, because I think they're building to that eventually. Because like those four versus those four.
Yeah.
Because they've already had.
they're
Did you?
getting-
Yeah, because we've already had, Lucius versus Bucks. We had like Nick versus Jungle Boy. No, Cole versus Jungle Boy, and we've had
Yeah.
obviously Omega and Danielson. So yeah, that's a lot. Anyway, that's
Have you
enough
ever
wrestling talk.
seen-
Sorry. Okay, maybe a little bit more. Go ahead.
The
Sorry.
one question I just want
Yeah.
I'll send it to you after if you
Yeah.
haven't seen it. Have you ever seen the Orange Cassidy really old sleeping match?
Sleeping match? No, I've seen a
I'll
lot of clips
send
of him. I may
it
not
to
have
you.
seen that one. I need to show you Invisible Man versus Invisible Stan. The wrestling match as well. I want to show that one to
But
you.
nothing will be happening.
You'd be surprised how good it is, honestly. I'll find it and link it to you as well. So we'll link each other that stuff. But okay, that's enough
Okay.
wrestling talk, guys.
Yay!
Sorry. Thanks so much for enjoying the stream. I hope you enjoyed it anyway, despite us sidetracking a lot. But that is part
There's
of why
about
we
3
stream.
different podcasts in here.
Yeah, probably. Honestly, that's part of why we do this. Honestly, Ace Attorney is great, but it's half the reason I'm doing this is because I like talking with Briony about stuff. So that's it.
Yay.
It's as always a lovely Friday, highlight of the week, and it's great to do stuff with you, Briony. We will see all of us again on Thursday next time for more Ace Attorney.
Yes.
And so
Please.
we'll all see you there. Don't miss it.
Thank you.
Remember Thursday.
Rithian chat. Thank you, Rithian.
Thank you, Briony's chat, and thank you, Briony. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.